Coming to you live from Stuart, Florida, the greatest little town in the world, it's the award-winning, critically acclaimed Get Up and Go show on AM 1450 WSTU. You're invited to call the show anytime at 772-220-9788. And now, broadcasting live from the Palatial Studios, here are your hosts, Evan and Bonnie.
And a good Tuesday morning to each and every one of you on this April the 13th.
Everyone's looking great. Nice and sexy.
That's right. We're looking nice and sexy this morning.
Good morning, sunshine.
That's right. And then good morning to you as well.
I'm done with you. I never want to speak to you again.
Oh, okay. Well, you don't have to speak with me again. I've got plenty of other friends. It is 6:07 on the morning show and actually 6:08. So, Mr. Clock, would you please certify that?
It's now 6:08 a.m.
And at the top of the morning to you, Miss Bonnie, and how are you and yours doing?
I'm doing mighty fine on a Tuesday morning. And, the week is already rolling by so fast. It's feeling like it's Thursday for me already.
That's right. And before you know it, Friday's going to be here and the weekend will be upon us. And we're not even 60 seconds in and you're stripping your clothes off already. For God's sakes.
Did you and Rachel have those Amber Alerts come through on your phone last night?
All the time. But I keep my phone on silent so I didn't hear any.
Yeah, that Amber Alert was for a girl in the Port St. Richie area last night, one Montana Breesman.
Yeah.
So she was last seen on Monday in Newport Richie. She's described as 5'6" tall, weighing 160 pounds. And she might be wearing heavy mascara or fake eyelashes and traveling with an unknown white male.
Wait a minute. How old is this girl?
She is only about 11. She's
wearing fake eyelashes.
11.
Fake eyelashes.
Yeah, but let me continue.
Ooh.
Traveling with an unknown white male
Not
who's
good.
Approximately 20 years old, and they may be traveling in a vehicle to Georgia. So just want to make people aware that if your Amber Alerts were going off signals like ours were last night, this is for this little girl from the Newport Richie area.
We hope that she is recovered safely and soundly, without a doubt.
Oh, you always hope that they find the missing children.
Yes.
And then when they're missing, you tend to wonder who took them or who seized them. Was it a family member or we never know? And this one apparently is an unknown white male.
That's 20 years old.
It's around 20 years
What the
old.
heck's a 20-year-old want with an 11-year-old? That's something that man's mind is deranged.
The world is full of,
Yeah.
You just can't trust anybody.
Here's my thought behind that. This is my thought process. Girls wearing fake eyelashes. What else did you describe about her?
Fake eyelashes. And heavy mascara.
Heavy mascara.
And
She's
only
heavily
11,
made up.
Yes.
Only 11, but she probably looked about 15 or 16 because of all the heavy makeup and the eyelashes. The guy thought she was older and decided to make a move and then found out she was only 11 and freaked out and kidnapped her.
That's right. You're absolutely right, Evan. And that heavy mascara, what it can do is it can make a little Margie at 11, like you mentioned, look like she's 16 or maybe 18. It can make a 12-year-old look like they're 24.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I don't wear mascara for that reason because I don't want to look older.
You don't want to look older than you already do.
Yeah, I mean, 61's enough for me, so I don't need to look any older than I am. You're 30 years old. You don't need to look any older. So, I mean.
We were wondering about the hair, like the hair with Ted Danson, because we've been watching, I mentioned we've watched a lot of those Cheers reruns. And boy, that Ted Danson who plays Sam has a full thick head of hair throughout that show.
Yep.
And you're looking at him and you're wondering, is that real or is that fake? We were looking it up and it's hard to find out. We just found that Ted Danson in the past has been a heavy spokesperson for men's receding hairlines and regaining hair.
I'm beyond that repair.
Getting that.
Just so you know.
You don't know that, Evan.
I'm beyond repair.
There are so many things out there.
You'd have to put a rug on top of my head to give me hair again. You can't repair me. I'm broken permanently up there.
We can't pour some special
there's
water.
Nothing you can do.
You could be like a chia pet and all of a sudden.
You can't take me halfway around the world and try to find me the fountain of hairy youth.
Yeah.
Because that's just not going to happen.
Well, I've kind of found it with my wig. I mean, I'm glad I do have my wig in the closet.
Would you wear your wig tomorrow to work for me?
Tomorrow?
Yeah. Do you think you can get that bad boy all styled up and wear it in here?
I'm not sure. Yeah, I might do it, but I'm not going to wear headphones over my wig because I paid $200 for the wig.
Oh my gosh.
And I don't want to put throughout that entire morning. I would have to go. No, I would actually. I could put the headphones like this.
Yeah, you can wear them like a stethoscope.
Yeah, and I used to wear them.
Or you could turn them back like that.
Yeah.
That's what Denny Artachi does.
I could do it.
He wears his back because he has perfect hair up top, and he doesn't want to ruin his do. So you could wear them back like that. Or what you could do.
He has the Sam Malone thing going on too.
You. Or what you could do is, do you have earbuds? Little earbuds? Those little earbuds?
I might.
Go to Walmart and go get like a $5 pair of earbuds.
Yeah.
And you could plug them right in here and they just stick right in your ears. Little earbuds.
Okay, maybe I'll do that before I do my wig. Fascinating, but maybe I'll wear it maybe one time this week or one. I'll have to plan for it.
All right, so tomorrow's Wednesday. Tomorrow's going to be Wigwam Wednesday. That's what we're going to name it. Wigwam Wednesday.
I don't know if I'm going to do it yet tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if I'll be ready to do that yet. I got to plan for it a day where maybe I get up about, maybe 15 to 20 minutes earlier in the morning.
Or you could style it the night before.
I could.
Yeah, there you go.
I don't know. I'll just, I got to plan. It's something I got to plan.
All right, we'll have to plan that. We'll have to plan that, then we'll make a formal announcement.
But I'm glad it's in the closet, for special occasions.
Yeah, we need to get the wig out. Wig's got to come out of the closet eventually. Yeah. Can't have wig in the closet. Like people come out of the closet. Well, we need to get the wig out of the closet.
We do. Well, I did wear it on Easter Sunday.
Oh, you did?
I was sporting it. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I got pictures of it in my phone. I'll have to show you.
Okay.
I'll show you in a little while. I kind of remind myself of, do you remember of the girl? I kind of have hair like the girl that was in season 2 of Married at First Sight. And she would be the, I think she's an Indian looking girl with a nice set of
yes, I know.
Hair.
I know who you're talking about. I just can't remember her name.
When I took pictures of myself in the wig on Easter Sunday, I kind of reminded myself of her. It's fascinating. I'll have to show you to prove that it's true.
I believe you. You don't have to prove anything to me. Go get your phone.
Yeah,
go get your phone. Bonnie's getting her phone right now. She's going to show me pictures. So for those of you that are curious, by the way, she fooled me when she had this wig on and she posted pictures on Facebook. I was like, wow, she got a brand new hairstyle. She's been reincarnated. And then she shows up to work and she has the old hairstyle. I'm like, wait a minute, what happened?
Yeah.
And then she it was a big letdown.
That's what see that. Okay, so do you not see the woman that's on? Married at First Sight little bit.
Yes.
So with that style, my hair I can kind of style the wig in a couple of different ways.
Bonnie, I'm going to tell you something. That's a very attractive picture. You should seriously, and G told you this already.
Yeah.
You should seriously get your haircut like that.
Well,
I'm serious.
The only thing is now with the wig, the hair is thicker. My hair isn't as thick as my wig. So I know they could style it for me this way for a day, but a day might be all it would last because it tends to, the Florida and the humidity and the brittleness of my hair, it just all. Seriously, the wig is better. The wig beats my own hair.
That's just a beautiful picture. I'm sorry. I think that's a gorgeous picture.
And there's one more.
See now, man, it's like that picture is amazing.
But now I would have to say to any ladies or guys, don't ever be afraid to go into one of those shops and try out a wig if you've never experienced it before.
Maybe if you could tell me the name of the shop, maybe I'll take a ride and go buy one for myself and come into work one day with a wig like that on. Would you fall out of your chair if I wore a wig like that?
I would. But you know what? You might be unrecognizable.
Oh,
you seriously, Evan, if you go.
If I walked in my front door with a wig on, the dog would attack me.
Kaya might not
Kaya
know
would
who
eat me
you
up.
are right away.
Yeah, she wouldn't like that.
Yeah, and
my wife could shoot me for God's sakes.
Gavin would say, "Dad, what did you do? Are you gonna wear it for my graduation?"
Oh, that just gave me a great idea because we have a huge birthday dinner coming up for Gavin, and we decided on the location, and there's probably going to be more than we wanted to show up. So we're going to Benihana's.
Sweet.
Because Benihana's can accept reservations, where at Hokkaido they can't take reservations.
Yeah, we've noticed that lately.
So
We've tried.
I made a reservation at Benihana's last night for 12 people. And to find out now it's going to be about 24 people. So we're going to take up one entire table, both sides.
Yeah, maybe 2 tables that might be, right?
Well, it's you have a horseshoe on one side which sits 12, and then the horseshoe on this side that sits another 12.
Yeah.
So it's going to be 12 and 12 will be 24.
That's going to be a really nice big party.
Yeah.
So is the girlfriend coming too?
Yes.
Gavin's got a girlfriend.
Yes. Angie's going to be there.
Her parents, I would gather.
No, there's we don't want to discuss that situation.
Sorry.
Yeah, we're not talking about her parents.
Well, you mentioned 24, so I'm thinking a lot.
No, there's quite a few other people. We have friends and family that are going to be there. The in-laws are probably going to be there. Possibly his youth pastor from church. So we'll have to see.
It's been a while since I've been to Benihana's.
Yeah.
And the true story is when I first came to town, the way I got introduced to Benihana's, G and our good friend G and Tommy Adams, they got me into this. I went to be a celebrity chef at Benihana's.
No.
And that's when I was first introduced.
Did you throw the knives around?
I think I threw a spatula. And
what?
I think I threw a spatula at least up in the air.
Are you serious?
And I caught it, but I didn't dare do the knife thing. They kind of gave us a little rundown. It was only like an hour of training.
Okay.
And do a volcano.
I would love to do that sometime. I would love to be like a celebrity chef at Benihana's or something like that.
You're put on the spot. And I'll tell you what, when I learned how much these people are paying, it's not that Benihana's is so pricey, but you know, it's good food and you're paying more and it's well worth it. But when you got these paying customers and you're their chef for the night at Benihana's, it kind of gets you pretty razzle-dazzled.
What you're listening to, this is what's called relaxing Oriental music from the Orient. How about that?
Yeah. And then
I don't like that much. That's too relaxing for dinner.
And one time on Jaden's birthday, we were there and he was able to take home a nice Buddha off the shelf.
A Buddha?
Yes.
A Buddha. A Buddha.
He did. He picked the Buddha.
He picked the Buddha. Well, I hope it doesn't pick his Buddha at the table. Here we go. This is more like it now. Yeah, this is more like it. Yeah, this is more like the Oriental music I was looking for.
So when is your dinner date with
The dinner
Gavin?
is going to be April the 18th at 6 p.m. At Benihana's. Oh, yeah. See, this is... Yeah, this is definitely...
And I really envy that. It's been a while since I've been there. The cool thing about it is, too, going outside and going out by the river. And sometimes you can see dolphins out there.
Yeah, exactly. So we're looking forward to it. My one son who lives down in Miami, Dylan, is coming up. And he says to me, Dad, he texted me last night. He goes, Dad, can I bring my girlfriend? And I like fell over. I'm like, girlfriend? Oh. Is this something I should know about? When did this happen?
Oh, how exciting for you.
So I get to meet the girlfriend.
That's nice.
Yeah.
It's always exciting to meet the new girlfriend or the new beau, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So it's going to be interesting.
That's awesome.
It's going to be interesting. I mean, there's all sorts of new crap happening in my family. I didn't even know he had a girlfriend, and this one is this,
hopefully
and that one is that.
Hopefully she won't have a baby bump.
I mean, God knows. I know, right? For all we know, we go to dinner, and my oldest and his wife and the grandbaby are there, and Delilah breaks the news. Hey, guys, guess what? Happy 18th birthday to Gavin, and I'm pregnant. Oh boy!
Dylan's old enough, and you never know, and maybe there'll be some wedding bells.
I'll take another wedding. Sure, why not? I'll marry off Dylan. I just want to be. All I ask is that I just want to be able to walk my daughter down the aisle to marry somebody. I don't care who it is.
Yeah.
I just want to be alive to walk her down the aisle in a wedding dress.
Oh,
so
she's been
She's been living with her girlfriend for a couple of years now. Her and Ashley have been together. So, you know, it's time. So I'm expecting something to happen here as I get older.
Yeah.
I'm going to kind of like pressure and put the hint out there to them. you know,
how old?
I'll even buy the damn wedding dress.
Your daughter's 29?
Yes, she's 29.
29, yeah.
Yes, 29.
Your Dad's thinking, well, maybe it's time.
Yeah, I think it's time.
But that's okay. You know, Evan, I didn't get married till I was 28.
I mean, marriage may not be
27,
for her, though.
28.
It may not be her cup of tea also, which is fine, which I'll respect that. So let's just have a fake wedding.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Let me at least live my dream.
Let's pretend.
Let's just pretend.
You can
I'll go rent a wedding dress.
have Dylan put a long wig on, and he can pretend like Dylan's your daughter.
No, we're not doing that. We're not
pretend
cross-dressing my son. Sorry. That's just not going to happen today. No, we are not going to do that. No, not going to happen.
Yeah.
That's all right. It is
just
funny,
trying to
though.
help you out.
Just a thought. I have issues today, okay? It's 6:22. Let's head on over to the news desk where Bonnie's standing by with the headlines. Good morning, Bonnie.
Good morning, Evan. This summer, a new fresh market is planning to open its doors in the heart of downtown Fort Pierce. And WPTV's Derek Lowe has more.
The owner of the market says he plans to stack these shelves with mostly organic products grown locally, helping to keep the dollars here in Fort Pierce.
We'll have, hot items here. You'll be able to build your own sandwich here, build your own salad there. A lot of action going on in the back right there, cooking hot meals.
Satisfying a need in the Fort Pierce community.
Yeah, there was a huge need. And, not just in this area, but just, everywhere. You start seeing this wave of importance in what we eat.
Daniel Cedeno says the Fort Pierce Traders Market, set to open this summer, will give residents an outlet for healthy eating.
Being here for the last year and a half with the other businesses, I saw, a huge lack of that. So saw a big opportunity.
The new corner store will be housed inside the historic 111 building on Orange Avenue and will feature yoga and Zumba classes in 2022.
So I just moved to Fort, and it's been fun to see even the changes across the last 7-8 months with the coffee shops and new sort of like a revitalizing feel happening in downtown.
A chef by trade for over 10 years, Daniel says there will be options for all diets.
Focusing on brands and products that you don't see in your everyday grocery store.
There's something cool about having local soil and local produce. Feel like you're supporting the heartbeat of Fort Pierce. It sounds like a really a unique contribution to the downtown experience and culture, and that's something that I would look forward to frequenting.
In Fort Pierce, I'm Derek Lowe, WPTV News Channel 5.
When Laura Belchner's husband suggested reopening and running the former St. Lucie lanes, she laughed. A month later, they resurrected the Port St. Lucie Bowling Center as St. Lucie Lanes. I thought this bowling center could be good, Belchner said, and we both love bowling. Belchner worked at St. Lucie Lanes for 16 years until the coronavirus pandemic forced entertainment venues to shut down temporarily last March. She planned to return when it reopened, but Belchner wasn't surprised. The previous owner was her who wasn't there much, so she basically was running. Since the local bowling community is small and tight-knit, she said Superplay USA called and offered her a job in the meantime. I've worked in bowling my whole entire life, said Belchner, who is 37. This is the industry that I've chosen for my whole career. Then a real estate investor bought the plaza that housed St. Lucie Lanes and looked for someone to lease the bowling center. Belchner and her husband, Jason, age 39, who used to run the professional shop inside the center, reopened March 16, almost a full year later. A St. Lucie County woman is starting the week off as one of Florida's newest millionaires. Lottery officials said Monday that Betty Wasson of Fort Pierce took home the jackpot top prize in Wednesday's drawing of the Gold Rush Supreme game. This was the second of 8 drawings this year in the Florida Lottery. Are set to be announced on May 24. The Gold Rush Supreme jackpot starts at $10,000 and grows with the sale tickets across Florida throughout the entry period leading up to each drawing. The jackpot value at the entry period that is reached is the jackpot prize available for that drawing. Lastly, while everyone else has been gaining, has lost 118 pounds during the pandemic. She's a metal fan and signed up for a virtual fitness class last March called Rock Fit, where you do aerobics to heavy metal music. Former Kansas City Chiefs assistant coach Britt Reed has been charged with felony driving while intoxicated for his involvement in a car crash earlier this year that left a 5-year-old girl critically injured. The Jackson County Prosecutor's Office in Missouri filed the Class D felony charge on Monday. Reed operated a motor vehicle while under the influence of alcohol and acted with criminal negligence by driving at an excessive rate of speed. If convicted, Reed would face a maximum sentence of 7 years in prison. News time is 6:27, and we'll have weather and traffic together next.
.628 right now on the Get Up and Go show with Evan and Bonnie. It's the Tuesday edition. It's time for traffic and weather together. All brought to you by Code Red Roofers. Bonnie?
We do see an accident now in Martin County, and this one on the Turnpike in Palm City. This one is northbound at mile marker 132, and there's not any roadblock northbound on the Turnpike in that area right now from the accident. Other areas, it's looking like a good ride. So far, so good on this Tuesday morning. There's your latest look at traffic. Stewart right now is at 61 in Tillamook, Oregon. A clear sky and 41. Here's our forecast at WPTV.
Happy Tuesday, sunshines. It is a chilly start to your Tuesday morning. Temperatures this morning in the low to mid 50s under mostly clear skies. Some patchy fog possible for the morning commute. This afternoon, highs in the low 80s, mostly sunny skies and low humidity. Similar weather tomorrow with highs in the low 80s and plenty of sunshine. Thursday will be a bit warmer with highs reaching the mid 80s under partly sunny skies. Friday, isolated showers and storms possible with highs in the mid to upper 80s. Over the weekend, heat index values reaching the low 90s, isolated showers and storms possible as a front lingers across the area. I'm WPT meteorologist Katya Hall on WSTU AM 1450, Martin County's Heritage Station.
If you have a suggestion for the show, we would love to hear from you. Send us an email to WSTUmorningshow@gmail.com. Now let's get back to the Get Up and Go show. Here's Evan and Bonnie.
Here are the worst things about being a billionaire during the pandemic. The Grubhub delivery can't even break $1 million bill. You have to keep your yacht 6 feet apart. Dom Perignon doesn't make a hand sanitizer. Your face mask won't stay up because the decorative diamonds are just too heavy. When everyone's face is covered, they can't tell their helicopter pilot from their food taster. It's impossible to find a masseuse willing to work on your submarine. And getting a vaccine means standing in line with commoners. Oh yuck. And those are some of the worst things about being a billionaire during the pandemic.
And there you go. That's Alexa's list of worst things that being a billionaire in the pandemic.
And the sequins on the face mask, I like that one where the sequins tend to make the face mask fall down your face.
Yeah, or can't even get a massage therapist to come to a submarine.
No.
Wow, that's pretty interesting. Let's do some viral videos. Now, Bonnie, do you follow bowling at all by any chance?
I don't.
Do you know much about bowling?
A little bit about it.
Okay. Now, there's an 18-year-old professional bowler. His name is Anthony Newer. And do you know what the 7-10 split is by any chance?
Yeah, because I was watching it this morning. I've seen it, but I've never been able to do it.
Well, not many people can. Blown less on TV.
Yes.
And this guy did it on TV. And the announcer's reaction was just off the hook.
Uh-huh.
Let's listen.
Come on, kid, do it. He did it! He did it! He got the 7-10, Randy! He did it! Woo-hoo-hoo! My goodness, the ginger assassin just dropped the 7-10! You bet, kid! You bet!
Wow. That was amazing.
Anthony Newer, huh?
Yeah.
And that was a nice Irish boy that did that.
Yeah.
Nice Irish kid.
Yeah.
You know, that is an amazing, I think it only happened like the third time
on TV.
On TV in any professional bowling that we've seen. And this kid went out there and he made it happen.
He nailed it.
That's hard to do. Do you think he got lucky with that or it took his skill?
I don't know. Because, I've watched the video several times.
Uh-huh.
And I just simply don't know.
I think
it's the luck of the draw, I guess.
I'm watching it and I'm detecting some skill. I think he really nailed the signal on it just right with that that pin to the right. Pin had perfect form lying down.
Bounced all over the place.
Nicking and nicking that pin right across it.
Maybe we should go to a bowling alley one day and just have them set a 7 and a 10 up and see how many times it takes us before we get it and knock it down.
We might be bowling there all night.
Yeah, we'll be there all day. Might as well pack breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
We better bring plenty of whiskey and music and potato chips, and we're just going to be camping.
For sure.
Waiting for that to happen.
I found another viral video. It's, kids say the damnedest things. And there's a video out there of a mom who takes her daughter into the shower with her to bathe her. It's a little girl.
Okay.
There's nothing wrong with that.
No.
At a very young age, they're trying to teach the child how to use a shower. Mom takes little girl in the shower. Nothing wrong with that at all.
Yep.
And then the little girl comes up with the damnedest thing she says in the shower to the mom.
What's that?
Listen, here's the audio.
I gave my daughter a shower with me this morning, and that was a mistake.
Ow.
Sometimes I give my kids showers with me to avoid them being by themselves for too long. So this morning her sister was still asleep. So we got in the shower together. She doesn't like the water in her face. So she stands in the back of the tub. I wash my hair and do all this stuff. So she says to me, "How old are you, Mommy?" And I said, "I'm 26. And she says, "Oh, so you're really old." And I'm like, "No, I'm like 22 years older than you." And she's like, "Well, how old do you have to be to have that much hair on your butt?" And then before I could say anything else, she goes, "That's enough to put in a ponytail." And then she started brushing my butt cheeks with a hairbrush.
Oh my.
Now I'm self-conscious because she's seeing hair that I can't see.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
That is classic.
That's wild.
That is crazy.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Oh, man.
That is absolutely classic.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
How old is the little girl? Does it say how old the little?
I think the little girl
bitty?
was 4 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the little kid was 4 years old, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm.
But man, that was just classic. Classic. Ask mom how old she is.
Oh,
How old you got to be to have hair on your booty.
yeah.
And then decides to get the hairbrush and start brushing the hair on the booty. Now, obviously, there couldn't have been a lot of hair on the booty. It was probably just a bunch of peach fuzz or something.
Evan, do you have the video of the doctor pulling the splinter out of a patient's foot?
I saw that, and I almost vomited when I saw that.
Could you believe that splinter that doctor pulled out? There's video.
It was like 3 inches long.
It
had
is.
to be.
I would say 3 or 4 completely. I mean, I've never. How could anybody walk around with a splinter in there that heavy?
The only reason I didn't go to that one and play the audio is because there's a bad word in there.
Did the doctor himself swear upon pulling the splinter out with the tweezers?
Yeah, the SH word is in there.
Yeah.
And it rhymes with hit.
Yeah, the doctor couldn't even believe it himself.
Yeah.
How does one get a splinter like that?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know, but man, that bad boy was huge, and the doctor just pressed on his foot, and it just like popped up like a jack in the box, except I guess we'll call it a splinter in the box.
I don't think that kind of splinter would even fit in my size 7 foot that I have.
That was ridiculous.
Yeah.
That was ridiculous. Bonnie, did you know on average, when people go to a wedding, the average dollar amount people spend on a wedding gift is $109. $109 on a wedding gift.
Wonder where I can see the 100. I wonder where the 9 comes into it. Maybe sales tax. Right?
I don't know, but me, if I go to somebody's wedding, I just get them an Amazon gift card.
Okay.
Because on Amazon, they can buy whatever the heck they want.
And $100 usually is the going rate now.
Well, now I didn't say I'd get them a $100 gift card. I just said I'd get them an Amazon gift card. I'll just give them a $5 Amazon gift card.
Any figure is going to have to do, right?
Exactly, because any figure is better than no figure.
I guess.
There you go.
But they
say beggars.
Yeah. That $100 lately has kind of been the going rate. Someone's wedding.
That's about right.
Something worth
that's about right.
Putting $100 in the billfold and the card.
That's about right. I'm one that I would just give the couple cash.
Yeah.
I just put cash in the envelope because you know what? You never know if you buy them something, they could have 7 of them, like
That's
toasters.
Right.
Toasters are probably one of the most commonly given gifts at weddings. And I can't begin to tell you how many times I have read and seen that people get like 6 toasters for a wedding gift.
I mean,
who the heck is going to make that much toast?
That's not really thinking out of the box either, isn't it? I mean, anybody can go up and pick up a $10 toaster from anywhere.
But it's a very common gift. Or a blender.
Wow.
A blender is another very common gift.
Sure.
Or a set of dishes.
Maybe a little microwave oven or something.
Right.
Something that they can use in the kitchen, I'm sure.
That's another common gift. A set of silverware, set of flatware.
Do they have wedding registries?
They sure do.
Baby registries.
And that's what you should do is go to a wedding registry. Go to Target where the bride and groom registered, or Bed Bath and Beyond, or
you can tell how long it's been since I've been to a wedding.
I've been there every weekend.
I've been to baby showers in the past, and I find the registry for the baby shower great.
Yeah.
Great, like when I go to Target, and you can look that up and carry your little paper around.
Definitely, for sure.
Find exactly what you want to get them with that.
Bonnie, did you know that if you adopt a kitten, it will cost you roughly $4,300 out of your pocket to maintain the cat during its lifetime?
$4,300?
Now, think about that.
Yeah.
How long have you had Hansi and Jack Frost?
I've had Jack since 2015.
Okay.
So,
since he was a kitten?
Yep. And I think,
okay.
Well, he came as senior. He came a senior cat.
He was an old man.
From the Humane Society.
Okay.
I got him when he was 7.
Okay.
So I got him for free. He was considered an older cat.
Okay. All right.
Hansi I've had since, I want to say, late 2017.
Okay. And full grown adult cat also?
He was kind of in that mid kind of he was like a teen. He was a teen cat when I got him.
Yes. A twat.
Yeah.
A twat. Okay. Whatever you want to call it. Well, it's going to roughly cost you $4,300 during an entire cat's lifetime to maintain a kitten.
Per cat, huh?
Yes, per cat,
Per cat.
$4,300.
Yeah.
So you're going to spend $8,600 on those cats.
Yeah, I probably do if on their friskies and
Yeah.
I don't bring them to the vet a whole lot.
Mhm.
I just brought Jack Frosty to the vet one time.
Right.
To check his urinary tract.
Right.
Just get a little checkup.
Is that the one that pees on the carpet?
Well, we don't have
Or did pee on the carpet?
We don't have carpets to pee on.
Or on the
thank
floor.
goodness,
On
but
the floor.
Yeah, he's been taking little.
How's he doing, by the way, with
leaks.
that? Is he using the box?
I don't know. He's hot and cold.
Oh.
I don't know what's going on.
Maybe is Jack Frosty a boy?
Yeah.
All right, so I have a solution to that. You know what that's called?
What?
You know how females, they have menopause?
Yeah.
Men have maleopause. Cats, they have catapause. Maybe the cat's going through catapause.
That some kind of crisis or something.
Right?
I don't know.
Something happened in that cat's life.
Yeah, but
that's causing to do that.
It's helped better when I buy Fresh Step cat litter. To
Okay.
be quite honest, I would recommend buying Fresh Step. You pay a little more,
Okay.
but it smells better even when you're cleaning
Yeah.
up the cat litter. Leaves a fresh,
There's nothing
more
worse,
fresh smell.
Nothing worse than the smell of cat urine.
And I think the cats tend to go in it better when you have Fresh Step.
Is it that clumpy stuff? Does it clump up?
It doesn't clump up even.
Oh.
It's more pricey and it's a non-clumper really, but it's just better. And I think the cats like it better.
Okay. Well, there you have it from our cat expert, Bonnie Ashley. We have a plant lady. Now we have a cat lady on the show. What's next?
Oh, gosh.
Did you know that parents usually spend about $1,530 on food and drinks for kids during the summertime?
Yeah.
$1,530 per child over the summer.
Per child.
Per child.
Oh.
Per child.
Yeah,
over the summer.
It's having to get the kids all of those sugary drinks
Mhm.
of the sodas. We're trying to get Jaden off the
Mhm.
because do your kids drink? Well, we call it pop up in Wisconsin.
I just call it soda.
Do your kids drink it though?
Gavin does. He drinks. He'll go through phases where he'll drink Pepsi, and then we keep a considerable amount of Gatorade in the house because Gavin likes to drink Gatorade, and that has all the electrolytes.
Yeah,
in it.
I like to monitor that a little bit. Like don't be having the soda as your go-to constantly.
Yeah.
And when I'm seeing that, I hate that because all of that sugary crap and substances. And,
I agree with you. I agree with you.
And it makes your belly fat.
Yep, I agree with you. Did you know that of all the fast food places out there, Subway has the most worldwide locations?
Oh, do they now?
Yes, they have the most worldwide locations.
So they're located in several different countries.
Yeah, they
Subway
have more
is.
locations than McDonald's and Burger King
Are you serious?
around the world. They have the most worldwide locations.
Oh man, I thought McDonald's
Nope.
might be first.
Nope.
But Subway is.
And did you also know that a survey says that the average American is willing to drive up to 36 miles out of the way for a good fast food restaurant?
For a fast food restaurant?
Yes, a good fast food meal.
I would disagree with that.
A good fast food meal.
I would drive out of the way to go to like Benihana's, like we were talking about earlier, but I'm not going to drive 37 miles out of the way to go like to a Hardee's or McDonald's.
Some people that are addicted to fast food,
no kidding,
will go at least 36 miles, if not more, to get what they need at that fast food restaurant.
Yeah, got to have that Big Mac.
It's like a drug.
Yeah.
It's like a drug. Every now and then I'll get a craving.
Oh.
I have this craving every now and then, and it happens where I have to go to McDonald's and get, it's really weird. Don't think I'm weird. Okay.
What's the go-to on their menu? You got to have.
The go-to is 3 cheeseburgers with ketchup and onions only. Anything else on my cheeseburger or forget the onions and just give me ketchup. Oh, it's a bad day.
You like that combination with those
Yes.
little bitty
The
onions?
little itty
in
bitty
the-
onions.
Yeah?
They're so good.
That is tasty.
I went to a McDonald's the other day in a drive-through, and I was very specific. I always am very specific. Like if I eat a Big Mac, I'll tell the girl, no lettuce and no pickle. Well, I went to McDonald's. I got my Big Mac.
Okay.
And it had only lettuce and only pickle.
Oh,
no special sauce.
You're kidding.
I'm dead serious.
How can you that? It's not a Big Mac without the special sauce. No,
I was ticked off.
I would be too. I mean,
I was ticked off.
It's too bad they got that wrong for you, but you know you got to know it's bound to happen.
I got all the way home, opened up my meal, and I was like, no way.
You got to check it before you leave the drive-through. I mean, Gary is really adamant about that. If we go through like Taco Bell and we have the whole family in the car, he's going to take time in that drive-through checking that
Same
bag
thing with the
to make sure
cheeseburgers.
everything is there.
Went through the drive-through.
Yeah.
Got on the highway, opened up the cheese because I was on the way to a wedding and I was hungry. Got on the highway, opened up cheeseburger number 1, took a bite, tasted the ketchup.
Yeah.
No damn onions.
Oh no.
You just can't eat one of those without those little itty bitty onions.
Those little bitty onions are good. It's very tasty in there. Oh, by the way, I read a way about how you can get a poor man's Big Mac.
A poor man's Big Mac?
Yeah.
What in the world is a poor man's Big Mac?
It's a little secret at McDonald's, and I'm sure the servers know about it.
Tell me about it.
Well, like say, don't get Mac, just get a McDouble and ask for the secret sauce on it and some lettuce and whatever goes on your Big Mac.
Oh, it's cheaper
in the McDouble.
You know what? That's actually and it's less calories because see on a Big Mac there's 3 pieces of bread.
There is.
You got the top, the bottom, and the middle.
You do.
Now if you get a McDouble and you tell them on the McDouble all you want is the secret sauce, pickles, and lettuce and cheese.
Yes.
That's all there is.
Yeah.
Now you have a poor man's Big Mac minus the middle piece of bread.
Yeah. And you're right, Evan. You saved the carbs with that middle piece of bread too.
Less carbs. There you go, folks. Handy tips for a Tuesday from Bonnie. 6:49. Let's head to the news desk where Bonnie is standing by with the headlines, all brought to you by St. Lucie Jewelry and Coin. For the best deals in precious metals, go see our good friend Hawk Levy at St. Lucie Jewelry and Coin. Bonnie?
Thanks, Evan. A body found Friday in the St. Lucie River near White City Park was identified Monday as a 16-year-old youth reported missing to Port St. Lucie police days earlier, according to the St. Lucie County Sheriff's Office. Deputies about 12:40 p.m. Friday went to White City Park on West Midway Road west of US 1 and found the body. Investigators working with family members identified the deceased as Jaden Alexander Williamson of Port St. Lucie. Jaden was reported missing 2 days earlier to Port St. Lucie police. Sheriff's officials reported there are no indications of foul play and the incident is not homicide. Port St. Lucie police about 9 a.m. April 7 went to a residence and learned Jaden last was seen by his mother about 9 p.m. April 6, according to police. A nanny at the home about 8:30 a.m. April 7th noticed he was missing and contacted Jaden's mother. Officers learned Jaden didn't have known friends in the area. He also didn't have medical or mental health issues, according to a police report. The nanny told investigators when she moved a sheet on Jaden's bed, she observed pillows and clothes positioned in a way to make it appear that he was lying in bed. However, he was gone, a report states. White City Park is about 2 miles east of the residence. Requiring immunization. WP.
All right. Mandy Apple and Preston play baseball. That's him up to bat for the Okehee Dodgers.
He started at age 3, and he's been playing ever since, and he plays travel and rec. Oh, yeah!
Mandy says the ultimate dream for Preston and his teammates is to play in Cooperstown on their travel team, the Palm Beach Legends in New York. But a couple days ago, she says a new requirement from Cooperstown Dream Parks has changed their minds.
It said that your child had to be vaccinated to be in town.
Here's the notice that's been sent out by the organization April 8th. It states all participants, coaches, and campers 12 years and older must be immunized. It goes on to say campers under 12 years of age are exempt but must provide a negative test upon arrival. I reached out to the organization but got no response. Steve Saccone is Preston's coach. He also has a son that plays ball.
At this point, first of all, the 12-year-old boys aren't able to get the vaccination, right? If they do require it for our team, we have to decide, basically meaning the parents, how many kids can go and are willing to get the vaccine, and how many are not willing to get it and therefore can't go.
At the moment, all Florida residents 18 years of age and older are eligible to receive a COVID-19 vaccine as prescribed by the FDA. The Pfizer vaccine is authorized for anyone ages 16 and up. Mandy says knowing this, many parents are deciding to attend a different tournament in Cooperstown that doesn't require immunization.
There's 2 Cooperstowns. One Cooperstown is mandatory vaccines, and we're going to the All-Star Village, which is not requiring it at this time, so we're going to pray that they do not.
Mandy says if both tournaments require vaccination, they'll end up staying home. In Palm Beach County, Todd Wilson, WPTV News Channel 5.
An Amber Alert has been issued for a missing 11-year-old Florida girl. Montana Breesman was last seen Monday, April 12, in the area of the 11600 block of Town Center Road in Newport Richey. She's described as 5 foot 6 inches tall, weighing 160 pounds, with red hair and brown eyes. Montana was last seen wearing a gray hoodie that reads, "My body, my sweat, your tears," a blue bandana, and black and white leggings. Officials said she may be wearing heavy mascara, fake eyelashes, and may be traveling with an unknown white male who's approximately 20 years old and has sandy blonde hair. They may be traveling in a vehicle to Georgia. Lastly, the USDA is asking people to check your freezers for ground turkey that may have caused reports of salmonella. More than 200,000 pounds of raw ground turkey, originally produced by Plainville Brands LLC, is included in the warning. The meat was also sold under the Nature's Promise and Wegmans brand names. The Food Safety and Inspection Service issued the public alert after investigating more than 24 salmonella cases since late December across 12 states. A recall was not issued, he said, because the products are no longer available for consumers to buy. The alert includes 1 pound and 3 pound packages with sell-by dates in early January. They were sold at various retailers across the country. Stephen Curry is the all-time points leader in Golden State Warriors history, passing Wilt Chamberlain's previous record of 17,783. Curry's record-setting basket came during the first quarter of last night's game against the Denver Nuggets, and the Warriors went on to win that one, 116-107. News time 6:52. Weather and traffic together will be next.
6:56 on the Get Up and Go show with Evan and Bonnie. It's time for traffic and weather together, all brought to you by Waterway Dermatology. Dr. Ryan Schering, located at 1050 Monterey Road in Stewart, bringing personalized health care back to dermatology the Waterway. Bonnie?
Well, we're looking at 2 accidents right now, including our major highways, one on I-95 southbound in Fort Pierce, and this is at the entrance ramp at mile marker 129. This is southbound, and no lanes are blocked up that way. And also in Palm City on the Turnpike northbound, there is an accident at mile marker 132 with no lanes blocked. And there's your latest look at traffic. We have 58. It's a clear sky in Port St. Lucie, and in Aix-en-Provence, France, it's 55. Here's our weather at WPTV.
Happy Tuesday, sunshines. It is a chilly start to your Tuesday morning. Temperatures this morning in the low to mid 50s under mostly clear skies. Some patchy fog possible for the morning commute. This afternoon, highs in the low 80s, mostly sunny skies and low humidity. Similar weather tomorrow with highs in the low 80s and plenty of sunshine. Thursday will be a bit warmer with highs reaching the mid 80s under partly sunny skies. Friday, isolated showers and storms possible with highs in the mid to upper 80s. Over the weekend, heat index values reaching the low 90s, isolated showers and storms possible as a front lingers across the area. I'm WPTV First Alert Meteorologist Katya Hall on WSTU AM 1450, Martin County's Heritage Station.
Time now, 6:59 on the Get Up and Go show. News is coming up next right here at Heritage Station. And then hour number 2 of the Get Up and Go show with Evan and Bonnie. We'll be back.
Coming to you live from Stuart, Florida, the greatest little town in the world, it's the award-winning, critically acclaimed Get Up and Go show on AM 1450 WSTU. You're invited to call the show anytime at 772-220-9788. And now, broadcasting live from their studios, here are your hosts, Evan and Bonnie.
Oh, thank you very much, Madam Announcer. It is hour number 2 of the Get Up and Go show.
Push the button! Push the button!
All right, I will push the button. Let me see. I'm going to push this button.
Radio people are the coolest.
That's right. We are some of the coolest people out there.
Remove him from the chambers.
No, you can't remove me, because if you do, then there'll be no damn show. It's that simple. 7:08 on the Get Up and Go show. Mr. Clock, would you certify that, please?
It's now 7:08 a.m.
That's right, 7:08. We are off and running with hour number 2. Bonnie, we are going at warp speed, aren't we, this morning?
Well, I think you're going at warp speed. And
Yeah.
that guy that says push the button, he always makes me feel kind of anxious.
Does he really?
Yeah.
The button! Push the button!
That's because he wants you to push the button, Bonnie.
His anxiety about it just kind of rubs off on me, and kind of in the wrong way. It makes me feel incredibly even more anxious.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, so if I want to make you feel anxious, all I got to do is...
Push the button!
Yeah.
Push the button!
Wow, okay.
Can't you just
Love it.
feel it? Can't you
No.
feel it when he does that?
I can't feel anything at all. The only thing I feel is my hoodie on right now.
You're cottony soft this morning.
Yeah, I'm cottony soft this morning.
And did Rachel make it April fresh for you with some good Downy?
No, I do my own laundry.
Oh.
Yeah, we
okay.
do our own laundry in the house. She does hers, I do mine, and Gavin does his.
We do each
We
other's.
all take turns.
We always do when the laundry is there. When it's just there, we're just either he or I. We have our hands in it. It's
No.
not even taking turns. It's just kind of like a common sense. You're going to do the laundry.
We
'cause
have
it's
4
there.
different types of loads of laundry we do.
Yeah.
We have my laundry, we have Rachel's laundry, we have Gavin's laundry, and then we have one basket full of towels that after you take a shower,
Right.
you drop the towel in the laundry room in the basket, and then when it starts overflowing and somebody gets tired of seeing it overflow, they'll dump it in the washer and do all the towels.
Now, does each member of your family drop a towel after each and every shower?
No, only Gavin does that.
Okay.
I try to get Gavin to recycle towels.
Yeah.
You know, when you're done with the towel, just hang it up and let it air out, and you can reuse it a second time.
I try to get my family to do that too, Evan.
No,
I'm
not
right there with you, but nobody agrees. Nobody does it with me. I'm the only one in the house that does it.
It's not happening.
I
I don't know
will-
why Gavin doesn't do that.
I will hang a towel up and
Mhm.
use it for, 2 or 3 days before I wash it.
I'll go a whole week on one
Oh,
towel.
wow. And
Yeah.
you can,
Yeah.
as long as you, hang it up to air
Hang it
dry.
up and let it air
There's-
dry.
There's nothing wrong with that
No,
either.
not at all. Not at all. Instead of putting it in the dryer and, using up electricity, just air dry the damn thing.
I love my gain shower, air sheets that I put in my dryer.
Air
that
sheets?
Gain.
The
yeah,
dryer sheets.
Dryer sheets.
I don't use into that stuff.
Oh, I love.
I don't
love
use dryer
using
sheets.
the dryer sheets.
That's just one more thing I have to go through and try to get out of the clothes and find out where they land.
Yeah.
Because I've seen them land like
yeah.
inside your underwear, inside your bra, or inside this or inside that. And
Yeah, you
and
got that little thing, but your clothes will be smelling good.
man, there's
Smelling
nothing
good
more
and
that I
fresh.
hate that when you take your clothes out of the dryer and the dryer sheets fall on the floor, pick them up off the floor.
Pet peeve of yours.
Pet peeve.
Do you put that little bouncy ball in there, the little spiked ball, to give your towels an extra fluffy bounce?
Nope.
No.
No, because they're going to get unfluffed anyway when you take them out of the
Yeah.
closet and use them. So it don't matter anyway.
Just a little kind of thing to know that you can indeed make the towels much fluffier by putting that spiked little rubber ball in there.
Well, if I want more fluff, I'll put my rubber ball in there and I'll
Okay.
take my ball and I'll go home and play. Let's do some birthdays. Today's date, April the 13th. It is 1 week away. Wow. I just realized that. It's 1 week away from Gavin being 18 years old.
Can you
I should call him.
Yeah.
Ask him how it's going to feel.
You should give him
He's
a little,
on his way to school.
a little ringy dingy in his morning.
Oh, he'd die if I called him on the radio. You think I should call him?
Would he be shy about? He's been on the radio with us before, with you before.
No. He wouldn't be shy.
Not too shy.
Do you want me to call him or no?
Yeah, why don't you
You do?
give him a
Okay,
little
all right.
little jingle and
I got to remember his number, though.
see what he's doing.
Let me see here.
You know, April the 13th on a Tuesday the 13th in Argentina is like a Friday the 13th here. It's incredible. In that country, they find
Really?
Tuesday the 13th to be the day, the unlucky day.
All right, let's see if he's going to answer the phone. He may not answer. Then again, I may be calling him in class, too.
You think?
I don't know.
Well, he won't have his phone on in class.
I don't know.
I do.
Oh,
I do have my phone.
Oh, he does have his phone. There
And
he
are
is.
you in the classroom?
Are you in the
too?
classroom right now?
No, I'm just walking around school.
Oh, okay. Well, so 1 week from today, by the way, you're on the radio with us, just so you know.
I figured.
Yeah, we've been talking about you this morning. So 1 week from today, you're going to be a grown man.
Yep.
18.
Yep.
How's that feel?
Older.
Your dad told us that you're going to be celebrating it very well. A trip to Benihana's.
Yeah. Don't give away who's going to be there, but he's going to Benihana's for his birthday with his girlfriend and everybody else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Hey,
remarkable.
so I have a question for you. I'm just going to say this on the radio. People are going to think I'm a bad parent, but how'd you like to skip school next Tuesday for your birthday and come do the radio show with us?
First off, that's making me wake up even earlier
Well,
than I need to.
Well, how would you like to do that, though? That's the perks of skipping school.
Yeah, but also the perks of skipping school is sleeping in.
Oh, well, you could sleep in here. You can nap in the studio.
Yeah, just think you
Oh, yeah,
won't have
100%.
to go from class to class to class
Yeah.
that day. And
True.
got a question for you because Topanga said with COVID going on that like her breaks in between her classes are much longer. Is that true? Like there's a longer wait in between your classes now?
No, not really. It's
Not-
the same.
Okay. I mean,
Yeah.
in her school district, I guess up in the DeLand area, there is
Yeah.
where
Probably
the
different up there.
breaks are a little longer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, listen, I'll let you get to class so you don't get in trouble being on your phone during school time, even though
No,
you
it's
only
on
got
my
a
phone.
couple more weeks away.
Well, yeah.
Get excited, Gavin.
He's
Come
not.
on,
He's not
get
very
excited.
excited. He's not very excitable.
Well,
it's too early in the morning.
Wait, yeah.
That's right. When he's 18, believe me, I'm going to be waking him up, singing "Happy Birthday" to him.
Your dad will be jumping on your bed.
That's
and
right.
so will Kaya. He'll
That's
throw
right.
Kaya on with you.
That's right.
Most likely.
Yeah.
Kaya will be
All right,
licking
kid.
your ears and
Have a great-
everything.
have a great day. Love you. See ya. Bye.
Yeah, he
He's not-
sounded a little sleepy, didn't he?
Yeah, it's
too excited about the birth. When does he get? What is his hour to wake up? When does he get that full Gavin power thing going?
he's awake now. It's just he's just being like calm and casual on the radio.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
he's like Mr. Suave, Rico Suave.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. He's
yeah.
got to show the girls that
Yeah,
he can remain cool.
Yeah, he has to keep his swag, Definitely. Allison Williams is 33 years old today. That's Rose, the white girlfriend in Get Out Marnie on Girls and Peter Pan. Ty Dolla $ign is 39. I have no idea who the heck Ty Dolla $ign is. Glenn Howerton is 45. That's the disgraced Harvard professor Jack Griffin on AP Bio. Lou Bega, 46, Mambo number 5.
Okay.
Now, isn't it Lou Vega or is it Lou Bega?
I think it is Bega. Like,
it Bega?
Bega, Bega. Is
Okay.
that how it's spelled? That,
All right.
That's it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ricky Schroeder. We know that name.
Oh, yeah.
51 years old, superstar of NYPD Blue and Silver Spoons.
And later in life, he went as Rick Schroeder.
Yep.
He's changed it from Rick to Ricky.
Yep.
And he was pretty good, too, in NYPD Blue.
Yep. Carolyn Rhea is 57. That's the former host of The Biggest Loser. Mac years old today. He is the E Street Band and former Conan O'Brien drummer.
Oh, the E
Yes.
Street Band is incredible.
Yep.
Boy, would I love to see them play.
Mhm.
Bruce
Ron
Springsteen.
Ron
and-
Perlman, 71 years old today. That's Clay Morrow of Sons of Anarchy. The Reverend Al Green, 75 years old today. Superstar soul singer. Let's Stay Together. Tony Dow, 76. That's Wally on Leave It to Beaver. Wally's 76 years old
That
today.
was the older brother
Yes.
of Beaver,
That's
right?
Beaver Cleaver's older
Oh,
brother.
And 76. Imagine
Yeah.
that.
Paul Sorvino, 82 years old. That's Myra's dad, Pauline, in Goodfellas.
Polly and Goodfellas.
Mhm.
I got to think about that.
Yep,
of
Polly and Goodfellas.
Which character that one is. I mean, I've seen Goodfellas so many times,
Yep.
but I didn't see it recently.
Yep. We have a phone call. Good morning. You're on the air.
Good morning.
Hey, what's happening there, sunshine?
Not much.
We just called Gavin live on the air.
Oh, you did?
Oh, yeah. We called him and asked him what it's going to feel like when he turns 18. You know what his answer was?
What?
Older. That was it. 1 year older.
That's funny.
Yeah, 1 year older.
1 year closer to 20, I guess.
I said to him, so if I let you skip school next Tuesday, you'll come in and do the radio show with us for your birthday? And he says, no, I'm going to sleep in.
He'd rather go to school than
Yeah.
be with us on the radio.
Yeah, I'd rather go to school than get up early.
This is your child you're talking about. We know this.
I fully understand that, but I offered to let him stay home from school on his birthday.
You would think does
mean,
he
what a
not
great
know
opportunity.
how fast these morning hours for us go by?
He sat in for you one morning.
He could come in for with you for sure, and it would just move so swiftly, and then the rest of the day.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the problem is that he sits up until like 11 or 12 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what they
He's
do.
on that damn PlayStation.
Video phone with his girlfriend.
Yeah.
And
yeah,
You know, he's
doesn't.
Mr. Socialite now that he's got a steady girlfriend that he's had for over a year now.
Yeah, we would be digging into what he's used to, and
Yeah.
you know,
We're
kind
being
of
infringing on his personal time.
That's right.
Yeah, can't do that, God forbid. Yeah.
And that personal time taking place after 10 o'clock at night, typical, right?
definitely.
For a teenage boy, I
Definitely
guess.
so. How are you feeling, by the way? I haven't asked you that in a couple of days since you had your little episode after the Moderna second shot. You're back to normal. Your arm's okay now?
Yeah, my arm's fine. I mean, I'm getting slight headaches.
Okay. All right. But otherwise, you're okay, though.
Yeah, there's been no fever, no chills, none of that garbage.
Okay. All right. Well, good.
All right.
I told you
Yep.
we had that episode when
Yeah.
the next day
Yeah.
I was
She was like really sick last week.
Yeah.
That was like on last Thursday or some
let
sort
me
of thing.
see. She got shot on Wednesday. It was Thursday.
Yeah, it was Thursday.
Was it Thursday? Okay. Yeah. It
Yeah.
was
I told
Thursday.
Evan I would have preferred death over the way I felt last week.
Yeah, it was that bad.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was that bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm suppose though more people getting vaccinated now. Now you're more up to go out to a restaurant.
Oh no,
on
we're
the
still
18th,
we're
and
still going to be careful.
You're
You still follow protocol.
Just kind of like, are you more wanting to go out a little more?
Let's just say it's a how do I put it? It's a little a comfort level, maybe.
Yeah.
A little bit of a comfort level, but you still can't let your guard down
Absolutely not.
just yet. Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah.
Because
comfort level.
yeah, because you got to consider you could go out and then still be carrying too, even though your symptoms wouldn't be bad because you got your shot.
Yeah,
But then you
exactly.
could pass on to others. Can't let your guard down yet.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right, kiddo, we got to run. Got to get to news. I will talk to you later. And I tell you to take something out for dinner, but you've already left the house.
I have.
So, all right, we'll figure something
Is there
out.
a mouse in the house that
No,
can go and just
I'll just call
take out the
Kaya.
dinner?
In the freezer
Yeah,
and take
she's
something
a
out.
smart girl, isn't
Yeah,
she?
tell
She'll
me.
understand.
She'll walk her tail over to the refrigerator.
She won't mind taking that steak out of the freezer.
No, she'll eat it too. All right, kid. I'll talk to you later. Love you. Bye bye.
I remember my mom leaving. Was it? I think my mom eyes that she left on the cupboard, and she only went out for maybe a split second. It would seem like it, and then she
Oh,
came
wow.
back in, and both the pies were on the floor and well taken care of by the
right.
dog, and the dog looking up at my mom, of course, licking his chops.
Celebrating a birthday in the heavens today will be Don Adams, Agent 86 on Get Smart. Remember him? Agent 86.
Get Smart.
Butch Cassidy passed away in 1908, celebrating a birthday today. Former President Thomas Jefferson passed away in 1826,
Wow.
celebrating a birthday. And lastly, today is National Scrabble Day. National
When was
Scrabble
the last
Day.
time you played?
I've never played Scrabble before.
You never?
Never.
Oh, man.
I don't have patience for crap like
Oh, you don't know what you're missing.
I'd be throwing them little tiles everywhere.
No, that was just like a perfect fun word game we used to, but
Not
it's
for
been
me.
a while.
Not for me. 26 days until Mother's Day. 26 days until Mother's Day. I know that's going to be a tough one for you.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
45 days until Memorial Day weekend and 68 days until Day. Hint, hint. Hope somebody remembers that on my end.
Well, Gavin, you know,
They usually do.
yeah, if
They're
he's
usually
at
pretty good
school
about
listening, and I'm sure he's gotten the hint.
Yeah, they usually they're pretty good
Yeah.
about that. Definitely. I just hit a button and nothing happened. That's because I had
Push
the
the
wrong
button.
I know.
Push the button.
I had the wrong volume up, darn it. There we go. I just got to remember one thing.
Push the button! Push the button!
That guy is psycho, I swear.
7:22, it's news time. Here's Bonnie.
Thanks, Evan. In Stewart, a treasured downtown waterfront cafe that inspired dozens of locals to pack City Hall with signs and T-shirts pleading to save the Pelican is about 4 months away from becoming an old Florida memory. The Pelican Cafe, the landmark restaurant on the St. Lucie River, will be renovated into the larger Hudson's on the river, almost 2 years after its previous owners rallied community support amid tense talks with the city. Hudson's owner Michael Matakakis is investing about $1 million into the city-owned property on Southwest Flagler Avenue and expecting to open the new eatery, serving breakfast, lunch, and dinner, he said. His rent to the city eventually could be triple what Pelican owners Linda and Paul Daly paid. Before Matakakis took over, though, the back and forth between the Dalys and the city had reached a boiling point. The Dalys wanted to extend their lease, but city leaders wanted to charge higher rent for what they said was an undervalued property. The city worried that the Dalys would sell rights to a new lease and the Pelican would be sold. Not so. The Dalys insisted, and a compromise was reached. But Matakakis entered the picture 3 months later. The Dalys decided to sell the Pelican and retire, and the city approved a 30-year lease last April. As more Floridians receive vaccinations against COVID-19, the number of people getting tested for the coronavirus is dropping, leaving some health officials concerned. WPTV's Dave Bowman has details.
Coronavirus mass vaccinations now draw long lines the way testing did for the virus at the height of the pandemic.
As case rates go down, the demand for testing goes down.
Demand for the testing may be going too far down for Dr. Gerald Perrone, an infectious disease specialist in Vero Beach. Contact 5 crunched numbers from the state health department and found Indian River and Martin counties saw a drop of about 25% for COVID-19 testing in 7 weeks.
I think it's a moderate concern. We don't go out and we don't aggressively seek people out. Oh, do you want to test? They come to us.
Last year, I was one of those guys that, statistically speaking, I'm not going to get it.
Jim Coffey did get it. The Palm City realtor got so sick from coronavirus, he spent more than 2 weeks in a hospital bed, and he needed a ventilator.
He worries the drop in testing could trigger a chain reaction that leads to more people getting sick and more people needing to go to the hospital.
Get tested, move on with your life after that, but don't run the risk.
Dr. Perrone says federal health officials are advocating more surveillance tests at healthcare facilities, schools, and at some large businesses.
Every week we do surveillance testing of our healthcare staff and providers because we want to pick somebody up early before they pass it on to 2 or 3 other people or even worse, our patients.
Dr. matters, especially when more contagious COVID had, as many in South Florida and the Treasure Coast still do not have the protection of a vaccine. In Martin County, Dave Bowman, WPTV News Channel 5.
A specialty license plate created in honor of the highwaymen. WPTV's John Shaman has more.
The works are easy to identify. The poinciana tree, the backcountry, the surf.
It draws you in. You can ride those waves.
Doretha Hare Truesdale remembers the date nights at the ocean with husband Alfred Hare.
The ocean was it for him. And he
under the tutelage of Lincoln Park Academy art teacher Zenobia Johnson and later famed artist Beanie Backus, Hare became one of the best-known highwaymen artists, this group of African-American traveling art salesmen.
You just put it in the backseat of the truck of the car and take off.
Now, a new specialty license plate has been created in honor of the highwaymen.
So happy, so proud that it was coming from our community.
These were hometown heroes.
Former State Representative Dolores Hogan Johnson oversaw the bill's passage in the legislature, allowing for the new plate.
I would see them, selling their paintings.
Legislative approval was actually just step one. The second and more important step is to get pre-sale vouchers sold. 3,000 of them need to be in place by October of 2022, so the state will make the plate. Fees from the specialty plate would go toward local school art programs and the creation of a Highwaymen Museum and African American Cultural Center on Avenue D in Fort Pierce.
We sold the art. Now we want to hold on to the art. That's the difference.
Not every county tax collector has a link up yet to get a pre-sale voucher, but we have one on our website.com. In Fort Pierce, John Shainman, WPTV.
Lastly, a St. Lucie County woman is starting the week off as one of Florida's newest millionaires. Lottery officials said Monday that Betty Wasson of Fort Pierce took home the jackpot top prize on Wednesday's drawing of the Gold Rush Supreme game. This was the second of 8 drawings this year in the Florida lottery game. Minnesota sports teams, the Twins, the Timberwolves, and the Wild canceled yesterday's games in the wake of the latest police shooting. This one happened in Brooklyn Center, just outside of Minneapolis. On Sunday, an officer shot and killed Dante Wright, a 20-year-old black man who was pulled over for expired plates. The police chief said the officer acted instead of her taser. The Twins were the first to cancel. Our news time is 7:28, and we'll have weather and traffic together next.
$7:29 right now, the Get Up and Go show with Evan and Bonnie. It's time for traffic and weather together. All brought to you by Code Red Roofers. Bonnie?
And let's bring up that traffic report from the Florida Highway Patrol on the Turnpike northbound in Palm City at mile marker 132. There is an accident to report, but there's not any roadblock. On I-95 southbound in Fort Pierce right now at mile marker 129 at the entrance ramp, there's an accident up that way with no lanes blocked either up ahead in that area. But if you see something, you can always say something. Give us a call at 220-9788 at 220-WSTU. 61, it's a clear sky in Palm City this morning. In Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada, 27 and cloudy. Here's our weather at WPTV.
Happy Tuesday, sunshines. It is a chilly start to your Tuesday morning. Temperatures this morning in the low to mid 50s under mostly clear skies. Some patchy fog possible for the morning commute. This afternoon, highs in the low 80s, mostly sunny skies and low humidity. Similar weather tomorrow with highs in the low 80s and plenty of sunshine. Thursday will be a bit warmer with highs reaching the mid 80s under partly sunny skies. Friday, isolated showers and storms possible with highs in the mid to upper 80s. Over the weekend, heat index values reaching the low 90s, isolated showers and storms possible as a front lingers across the area. I'm WPTV First Alert Meteorologist Katya Hall on WSTU AM 1450, Martin County's Heritage Station.
If you have a hear from you, send us an email to wstumorningshow@gmail.com. Now let's get back to the Get Up and Go show. Here's Evan and Bud.
This is not headline news. There's a new Netflix show called The Serpent. It's nice to see Tommy Lee's junk add another credit to his IMDb page. Travis Barker got a tattoo of Kourtney Kardashian's name. It would mean a lot more if he didn't already have a tattoo of everyone else's name. Vaccine slots are going unused in Mississippi, as are salads. Their easy solution to get people to show up for the vaccine, make them bacon-scented. And singer Lou Bega turns 46 today. He sang Mambo No. 5. There's only one thing worse than that song, the people who made it a hit. This is not headline news.
Yeah, from not headline news, we go to stupid news.
And now it's time for Stupid News,
It's so stupid and awesome.
where we ask the important questions.
Are some people too stupid to live?
Why are people so stupid?
Are you effing stupid?
All right, so it seems like this first story is an ongoing saga that keeps popping up every so often.
Okay, so this is a story you've had once before?
Not once, not twice, but 3 times.
Okay, so
Three
are
different
these
times.
the same people
It's the
doing
same
it?
person.
Really?
Yeah, and it's like,
Oh, boy.
I feel like it's a soap opera as the stomach turns.
Now you really have me intrigued. Who is
Yeah.
this individual?
Well, remember the bodybuilder who's in a relationship with 2 sex dolls?
Yeah.
The bodybuilder
Yeah.
and the blow-up dolls? Well, he says that his partners have fallen in love with each other. The sex dolls fell in love with each other.
And do they like talk to each other too? And do they go out to dinner
Well-
with one another? And
Here's the deal.
what's going on inside this person's head?
After announcing that he had taken a second sex doll wife, Lola, while his old sex doll wife, Margot, was in repair. Remember Margot? She had to go in for repair, so he got another sex doll.
Poor Margot.
Right, and he bought Lola.
How could he replace her?
And
I
that he's-
want to hit him over his noggin.
Now that Margot is back from repair, there's now a twist. Lola and Margot are now together in the same house with the bodybuilder.
It just goes on and on. It's like It's like a soap opera, Evan.
The man revealed that the 2 sex doll partners have fallen in love with each other.
Wow.
The bodybuilder from Kazakhstan revealed in an Instagram post where he explained that his dolls were getting to know each other much better now, and claims that he spends time with them together as well as separately. He alternates.
Okay, I guess that's what happens when you go to the bathroom and leave them on the couch with one another.
I guess it
Thinking that-
gives a new meaning to the old TV show Three's Company. I mean, think about that.
This is just insane, man.
That's just, I mean, we'll follow the story and follow this guy, and
Yeah.
we'll see what comes out of this.
One's Chrissy, one's Janet, and he's Jack Tripper, I guess.
I don't know, but that's just downright. When I saw that this morning, I was like, I have to bump that to the top of my list.
Wow. Well,
Yeah.
I'd like to talk to him and ask him which one makes the best dinner, like which one cooks the best in the house.
I don't know. I mean, if he were to answer that question,
Yeah.
I would just throw all my papers up in the air. I'd be done.
Well, by the looks of it, you just never know. He might. He might be
The sad
answering
part
that
is
one.
that he says that they're getting along with each other.
Yeah.
I don't see how that's possible.
I'm not sure.
It's just plain right weird.
Maybe like he goes to the bathroom and they start holding hands.
Oh, geez. I don't know. I don't even want to fathom that one. There's a 63-year-old guy named Kenneth Workow who worked at the Walmart in Moundsville, West Virginia. And during the last 4 months of 2019, he stole $123,775 worth of gift cards.
Really?
Yeah. He would
Oh.
activate prepaid MasterCards and Xbox gift cards and say they were paid for in cash, but he wouldn't actually put cash in the register. And then he'll send the gift cards to somebody he met on Facebook. When the police busted him, he told them he was sending the gift cards to a woman named Paulina who lived in Belgium. And he even had a picture of the lady.
Oh.
The police say, quote, he was actually being scammed, but he believed it was real. As far as we know, they have no idea who was behind Paulina. And now Kenneth is facing up to 20 years in prison for 3 federal wire fraud charges.
Oh, man. Yeah.
So he got scammed by somebody. They talked him into buying these gift cards. And he went and bought the gift cards, but he never put the money in the drawer for the gift cards, but he rung them up and loaded them up. And then he sent them to this so-called Paulina who lives in Belgium.
Man. So he was like in the right place to be working there where he had access to the gift cards like he did at Walmart. But
here's the issue.
What a thing to...
Here's the issue.
Yeah.
If you meet somebody online and they're in a foreign country and they tell you that they love you and they want some gift cards, you can go buy the gift cards, put a penny on it, and then give them the gift card number.
Yeah.
And it'll just be a penny.
I don't know why people fall for this with falling in love with people in other countries anyway. And why so many tend to fall for their scams.
That just doesn't make sense.
Just kind of makes you aware that even though this young man was working at Walmart, he was definitely on the lonely side. And, you know, people over there or the scammers anywhere really just that take advantage of all the lonely people.
Poor guy's now facing 20 years in prison because he was brainwashed.
Gee.
I wonder if he could plead insanity. What do you think?
Possibly. That might be what he's going to do.
Maybe that's a question for Fredo's law service.
Yeah. How many gift cards did he take in that period of time?
$123,000 worth.
$1,000.
These were MasterCards and Xbox gift cards.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Oh, brother.
MasterCard and Xbox gift cards.
Yeah, it sounds like he didn't have a whole lot of people that he really talked to because they really took him for granted with this. And now this young man could be facing so much time for it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you got any other stories?
I do. We're going to go to San Francisco, where a news journalist was the victim of a crime while they were on the job. The reporter and a security guard. I guess they're sending security guards with the reporters now. The reporter and his security guard were near Stowe Lake in San Francisco's Golden Gate Park this past Wednesday last week, when the two were pepper sprayed during an attempted robbery of the reporter's video camera.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
After the robber stole the camera, the security guard chased them. And while fleeing, one of the robbers was hit by their own getaway car and dropped the camera.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Wow.
There you go.
Yeah.
Play, you pay. Got hit by his own getaway car.
Yeah.
How's that one? Got hit by his own getaway car.
Yeah.
Trying to leave.
I wouldn't want to be trying to get away in San Francisco anyway. I heard that it's really hard to drive in that city with the hills because like I had a friend that went there and when you're driving up, the hills are so high that it's hard to see the decline of the other side.
I've been there before.
Not fun streets to drive on, right?
No. The downtown business district is where I stayed. Very nice downtown. I stayed at the
I believe it
the
would
Marriott
be,
downtown.
I believe it'd be beautiful, like rather pretty, but like I think if I visited, I'd probably want to pedal, maybe take a bicycle around. I don't think I would tend to be wanting to drive in San Francisco much.
They have this thing called the Seven Sisters in San Francisco. It's the hill that has these 7 drops.
Oh, really?
And
that's what they call it?
The road winds like this. I think it's called the Seven Sisters in San Francisco.
No kidding.
You might want to Google it and take a look if it comes up. I think it's called Seven Sisters.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. But it's the hills from hell.
Oh, I believe that it would.
Definitely so.
Yeah.
But San Francisco's a beautiful town.
I don't think I'd want to skateboard down those hills.
Saw the Golden Gate Bridge when I was there. Saw Alcatraz.
Yeah.
Alcatraz.
Can you see Alcatraz from land?
Yes, you can.
Really?
Yes.
Because it's like, is it 2 miles away from the land?
It's not open to the public anymore. I mean, they don't put prisoners there anymore. It's more of a tourist attraction. now.
Or is it only like a mile away? Because like, didn't they say when those guys, like along with the conspiracy, the three men that escaped, or
Right.
they tried to escape, and I think they had like maybe a mile that they would be in that makeshift raft that they did, and to get through the treacherous waters and all the sharks and I think they had maybe set a mile from the
I think something of that sort.
the land.
I think something of that sort. I'm not sure. I don't remember.
I would love to go there and
Pretty
see
cool though.
San Francisco.
San Francisco is a very cool town.
I've been watching with Jaden. I always watch Godzilla and Godzuki, the cartoon that we kind of grew up with, and that's where Godzilla comes out of it. It's in San Francisco.
They have a huge Asian population.
Do they?
In San Francisco? Very nice people.
Do they there?
Extremely super nice people.
Yeah, I've never been, but I hear like the property value or like properties are so high there, and I just heard of a lot of people moving from the San Francisco area down to Texas, where properties are a little bit more reasonable or reasonable living.
Not sure what the cost of living is in San Francisco. I know when I stayed at the Marriott downtown. It was right down the road from where the San Francisco Giants play baseball. And also they had this huge, I've never seen an Apple store so big in my entire life.
Oh, really?
I think they have one of the world's largest Apple stores in San Francisco and downtown.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. This thing is like, it's like the size of Macy's.
Really?
It's gargantuous.
What's the population? Pretty large in population?
I don't know. That'd be a question again for Google. It'd be another Google question. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
They do have trolleys.
Yeah.
They do have the trolleys, which is pretty cool. You see the trolleys going down the street.
Have rice-a-roni shops?
They do. They have great food.
Yeah.
The food is phenomenal in San Francisco. It's unbelievable. I was out to lunch with my ex-boss at the time, and we were sitting on outside eating lunch at a cafe. And who's across from us? Lenny Kravitz.
No kidding.
Was eating lunch. Same cafe.
Yeah. How divine.
Sitting at a table having lunch. I was like, that's pretty cool.
Did you ask for Lenny's autograph?
Absolutely not. Wrong thing to do. Not when you see a star eating lunch by themselves, you never ever go up and ask for an autograph.
He used to be married to Lisa Bonet.
Yeah.
And now Lisa Bonet is actually married to Jason Momoa, who is Aquaman.
Really?
But he and Lenny are pretty tight buddies. They're all pretty good friends. That family's like a really tight unit, I guess.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool. But he just he ate his lunch.
Yeah.
I didn't stare at him or nothing like that. I just kind of I was like kind of starstruck for a minute. I'm like, oh wow, Lenny Kravitz. Okay, no problem.
I would like to go to a place where once in a while, you see a celebrity walking around.
Yeah, I've been to LA before.
I've been there too.
A couple of times. I went down the where Grauman's Chinese Theater is.
I was in that
where you
area.
have all the stars and stuff like that. That's
and
pretty cool.
The
down there.
handprints in the cement.
Yeah, very cool.
I think they got footprints, an area with the footprints too, right?
Or I think there's some butt prints down there too.
The hand. I remember seeing Clint Eastwood's hand. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Clint Eastwood has huge hands.
Yeah. I went to where Marilyn Monroe was laid to rest.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool.
Oh, that
was
would have to
extremely
be
very, very cool.
Cool, Evan.
That was in a mausoleum is where she is.
Right.
7:47 right now. It's news time. All brought to you by our good friends at St. Lucie Jewelry and Coin. For the best deals in precious metals, go see Hawk Levy at St. Lucie Jewelry and Coin. Here's Bonnie with the headlines. Good morning, Bonnie.
Good morning, Evan. The U.S. is recommending a pause in administration of the single-dose Johnson & Johnson COVID-19 vaccine to investigate reports of potentially dangerous blood clots. In a joint statement Tuesday, the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention and the Food and Drug Administration said it was investigating clots in 6 women in the days after vaccination in combination with reduced platelet counts. More than 6.8 million doses of the J&J Johnson & Johnson vaccine have been administered in the U.S. This summer, a new Fresh Market is planning to open its doors in the heart of downtown Fort Pierce, and WPTV's Derek Lowe has more.
The owner of the market says he plans mostly organic products grown locally, helping to keep the dollars here in Fort Pierce.
We'll have, hot items here. You'll be able to build your own sandwich here, build your own salad there. A lot of action going on in the back right there, cooking.
Satisfying a need in the Fort Pierce community.
Yeah, there was a huge need. And, you know, not just in this area, but just, you know, everywhere. You know, you start seeing this wave of importance in what we eat.
Daniel Cedeno says the Fort Pierce Traders Market, set to open this summer, will give residents an outlet for healthy eating.
Being here for the last year and a half with the other businesses, I saw, you know, a huge lack of that. So saw a big opportunity.
The new corner store will be housed inside the historic 111 building on Orange Avenue and will feature yoga and Zumba classes in 2022.
So I just moved to Fort Pierce in September, and it's been fun to see even the changes across the last 7-8 months with the coffee shops and new sort of like a revitalizing feel happening in downtown.
A chef by trade for over 10 years, Daniel says there will be options for all diets.
Focusing on brands and products that you don't see in a low grocery store.
There's something cool about having local soil and local produce. Feel like you're supporting the heartbeat of Fort Pierce. It sounds like a really a unique contribution to the downtown experience and culture. And that's something that I would look forward to frequenting.
In Fort Pierce, I'm Derek Lowe, WPTV, News Channel 5.
A body found Friday in the St. Lucie River near White City Park was identified Monday as a 16-year-old youth reported missing to Port St. Lucie police days earlier, according to the St. Lucie County Sheriff's Office. Deputies about 12:40 p.m. Friday went to White City Park on West Midway Road, west of US 1, and found the body. Investigators working with family members identified the deceased as Jaden Alexander Williamson of Port St. Lucie. Jaden was reported missing 2 days earlier in Port St. Lucie. To Port St. Lucie police, sheriff's officials reported there are no indications of foul play, and the incident is not considered a homicide. Port St. Lucie police about 9 a.m. April 7 went to a residence and learned Jaden was about 9 p.m. April 6. A nanny at the home about 8:30 a.m. April 7 noticed he was missing and contacted Jaden's mother. Officers learned Jaden didn't have known friends in the area. He also didn't have medical or mental health issues, according to a police report. The nanny told investigators when she moved a sheet on Jaden's bed, she observed pillows and clothes positioned in a way to make it appear that he was lying in bed. However, he was gone, a report states. White City Park is about 2 miles east of the residence. When Laura Belchner's husband suggested reopening and running the former St. Lucie lanes, she laughed. A month later, they resurrected the Port St. Lucie Bowling Center. Could be good, Belchner said, and we both love bowling. Belchner worked at St. Lucie Lanes for 16 years until the coronavirus pandemic forced entertainment venues to shut down temporarily last March. She planned to return when it reopened, but the bowling alley remained closed. Belchner wasn't surprised. The previous owner was a South Florida lawyer who wasn't there much, so she basically was running it, she said. Since the local bowling community is small and tight-knit, she said Superplay USA called and offered her a job in the meantime. I've worked in bowling my whole entire life, said Belchner, who's 37. This is the industry that I've chosen for my whole career. Then a real estate investor bought the plaza that housed St. Lucie Lanes and looked for someone to lease the bowling center. Belchner and her husband, Jason, who used to run the professional shop inside the center, reopened March 16, almost a full year later. Patriots star receiver Julian Edelman, who helped New England win 3 championships and was the MVP of Super Bowl 53, announced his retirement in a video posted on social media Monday. It was a hard decision, but the right decision for me and my family, Edelman said, and I'm honored and so proud to be retiring a Patriot. It's been the best 12 years of my life. News time, we have 7:52. We'll have weather and traffic together next.
7:54 right now on the Get Up and Go show with Evan and Bonnie. It's time for traffic and weather together, brought to you by Waterway Dermatology. Dr. Ryan Shearing, located at 1050 Monterey Road in Stewart, bringing personalized healthcare back to dermatology, the Waterway. Bonnie?
Well, Evan, on the Turnpike in Palm City this morning, there is an accident at mile marker 132, Turnpike northbound. There's not any lanes are all open in that area. And there's your latest look at traffic. It's 59 under a clear sky in Port St. Lucie, and in Coon Rapids, Minnesota, 33 and cloudy. Here's our forecast from WPTV.
Happy Tuesday, sunshines. It is a chilly start to your Tuesday morning. Temperatures this morning in the low to mid 50s under mostly clear skies. Some patchy fog possible for the morning commute. This afternoon, highs in the low 80s, mostly sunny skies and low humidity. Similar weather tomorrow with highs in the low 80s and plenty of sunshine. Thursday will be a bit warmer with highs reaching the mid 80s under partly sunny skies. Friday, isolated showers and storms possible with highs in the mid to upper 80s. Over the weekend, heat index values reaching the low 90s, isolated showers and storms possible as a front lingers across the area. I'm WPTV First Alert Meteorologist Katya Hall on WSTU AM 1450, Martin County's Heritage Station.
If you have a suggestion for the show, we would love to hear from you. Send us an email to WSTUmorningshow@gmail.com. Now let's get back to the Get Up and Go show. Here's Evan and Bonnie.
7:58 on the Get Up and Go show with Evan and Bonnie. And coming up next hour, Major John Budenseek is going to be here, giving us an update on everything in Martin County.
It's always a great thing to get updates from Mr. Budenseek and
yes.
Sheriff William Snyder right here. We get it each and every Tuesday. And Evan just informed us, too. We had the Amber Alert this morning. Thank you, Evan.
Yep.
And it looks like the girl from Pasco County was found safe.
Yep.
So that's an ending to... we had a kind of not too good start to our morning announcing that story.
Yep, but it ended with a happy ending.
Within
like
2 hours of it. Yeah.
Yes,
she's
which is
found
very
safe.
good. We're very glad about that.
Excellent.
Anyway, we're WSTU Stewart, Martin County's Heritage Station. The news is coming up next. Don't you dare go anywhere. We'll be back right after the news.
Coming to you live from Stuart, Florida, the greatest little town in the world. It's the award-winning, critically acclaimed Get Up and Go show on AM 1450 WSTU. You're invited to call the show anytime at 772. And now, broadcasting live from their palatial. Here are your hosts, Evan and Bonnie.
Oh, thank you very much, Mr. Announcer. It is Tuesday, April the 13th, 2021.
Are you like a stalker or something?
No, I'm not a stalker. Okay, I can assure you of that.
Are you avoiding reality?
Well, maybe I might just be. Okay, I might just be.
Are you taking medication?
Well, I don't know. You'll have to check with my pharmacist on that one, or my drug supplier. 8:08 is the time. Would you please certify that, Mr. Clock?
It's now 8:08 a.m.
Well, you know what time it is when you hear that music, Bonnie, right?
Major Budenseek
That's
is
right.
coming in.
I love the way you say that, Major Budenseek. There's an accent on the Budenseek there.
Yeah.
Major John Budenseek is joining us right now from the Martin County Sheriff's Office.
Good morning, Evan.
Major
Good morning,
John,
Bonnie. How are you
it's
this
always
morning?
a pleasure to have you on.
It's a pleasure to be on.
Definitely so. You're missing a big breakfaster this morning.
I heard.
It's a whole lot of
Absolutely nothing.
it's a whole
Guys are
lot
on
of it's a whole lot of nothing. Zero
Well,
calories. But that's okay because we have lots out this morning. And let's get right to it. Let's talk about the stimulus checks because there is a nationwide serious problem going on with people's stimulus checks getting stolen, isn't there?
There is, and thankfully we have not had problems locally, but not just stimulus checks. Remember, we're in tax season, so tax return checks are also in the mix in this equation. And we do get those stolen every year. But, you know, we're putting it out there today for your listeners because I'm sure it's going to start of people going through or bad guys going through mailboxes and the U.S. Postal Service mail, stealing and cashing both stimulus checks and tax return checks.
Now, let me ask you a question. With everything electronic these days, who even gets a check anymore?
There's quite a few people that get a check. You make a good point, but there are a lot of people that just don't have, I know it sounds bizarre, but don't have bank accounts, and they do it the old-fashioned way. Now, a lot of the stimulus checks, if you had an account, were automatically just deposited in your check, or they sent you a credit card, which a lot of people thought were scams, but they weren't. They were, in fact, real money.
Right.
But, yeah, there are individuals that do it the old-fashioned way, and unfortunately, the bad guys know that, and they stand in the middle trying to intercept those checks and cash them and take advantage of the system.
Are the bad guys just like putting their own grubby hands right into people's mailboxes to get these checks?
They do that, but I'm suspicious that it's more sophisticated than that. Like they have a nod or a wink from somebody who's involved in the process of moving the mail through and kind of maybe know where to look.
Oh.
But
So,
that's certainly
wow.
local, but it does happen.
Are any of them dressing up to do this sort of thing like they would be mail employees themselves, like disguising themselves as one who would be working for the postal system?
No, it's just, you know, when you leave your mail and your documents in your mailbox for extended periods of time or even short periods of time, it doesn't take very long to open it up and look and move on to the next one.
Yeah.
Right,
So
right.
Herein lies a tip, is don't leave, you know, if you're going to mail out a check or mail out, and this is outgoing mail, I know it's different, but if you're going to mail something out, don't do it the night before and put your flag up telling the whole world you have something important in your mailbox that you're sending out.
Huh.
But then check your mailbox regularly. I know, like Evan said, with things being shipped and direct deposit, I don't get as near as much mail as I used to, and I don't check it every day. But you should.
You know, here's you know, this is something that's always puzzled me, John. You have the flag on the mailbox. Now, usually the mailman used when your mail came, and now it's shifted to where people raise the flag when they put something in the mailbox. Now, with that being said, when the mailman comes to your mailbox and he opens the door, he's going to see mail in there. And why do you need to raise the flag?
I guess it keeps him from having to, just say you are one of those more relaxed people that don't check your mail every day. It keeps him from having to sort through the previous day's mail.
That is true. That is true. That is true. Recently, you guys had a drug arrest where the perp had 4 stimulus checks that were in his car.
Yes. So the perp didn't tell us where he got the stimulus checks, but we're trying to vet all that out and determine exactly where and how those were hijacked or taken. One of the suggestions that has been made, if you're waiting on a stimulus check or you're waiting on money to be deposited, is actually reaching out to the IRS. They have a system where you can track or see if your stimulus check that you thought or you think you're going to get was already cashed. And if it has been cashed already, obviously it's been stolen or somebody else took your identity to cash it. You can request an audit from the IRS and they'll try to track back when and how your check was indeed stolen.
I recently talked to somebody who received a stimulus check in the mail where they live. Now they're renting a house.
Right.
And they got somebody else's stimulus check. And they put a post on Facebook. They didn't put the person's name who the stimulus check was made out to, but they put a post on Facebook and they said that they were going to just put the check back in the mailbox and put return to sender on it. And I said to them, I'm like, don't do that. I said, you're taking money away from somebody that could be waiting on their check. I'm like, why don't you make a post or search Facebook and search the person's name that's on that check? So they did that, and lo and behold, they actually were able to locate that person who the check rightfully belonged to. And that person used to live in that rental house 2 years ago. Oh. And, the girl was like petrified to do that, to hold on to somebody else's check, because she felt that she may go to jail for harboring mail or stealing somebody else's mail. I'm like, well, if you're that petrified, call the police department, make a police report. At least it's documented.
Well, she certainly didn't do anything wrong. She checked her own mailbox and there was mail in there. So she did everything correctly.
Right.
And, we all know this. Have been a bit haphazard and loose, like what you just mentioned. Just a check arbitrarily showing up in the mail because somebody lived there 2 years ago. That's pretty loose. So there is a lot of room for fraud and problems with this whole system.
My logic of thinking, John, was that with everybody having problems getting their money, God, just don't put return to sender on there, because you're sending somebody else's money back, and now it's going to delay them getting the money that they may need to pay their rent or something.
Right, and it could get stolen in the middle. I mean, somebody's going to see that check moving through the system. So you're right.
Yeah. Let's talk a little bit about bank jugging. It's something you texted me yesterday that you wanted to touch on, and I have no idea what bank jugging is. Could you explain that?
Well, first and foremost, I feel very like I accomplished something. I got up very early this morning trying to get something over on Evan that he doesn't already know about.
And you
so
did.
Good about that.
I'm stumped because I'm usually.
I think I have an idea what it is, but I'm going to leave that to
wait a minute.
Budensi.
Hold on, Bonnie. Take a stab at it and let's see if you're right. Yeah. John, why don't you take a shot at it?
I might have heard this from Sheriff Snyder at one time. Is it when you go to cash your check at the bank and you're coming out of that bank with maybe a whole lot of cash, that somebody could see it and maybe be following you to any destination that you're going? So if there's an opportune time you leave that cash in your vehicle, boom, there it is for them to take.
Bonnie crushed it. She got it, Evan.
No, are you serious?
Thing from last year.
Round of applause for Bonnie there.
Made me more leery though every time I go in a bank and come out with cash. Seriously, it's made me more leery.
She stole your thunder, John.
I'm impressed. I really am. I bring it up today because we've had 2 incidents in the last week down in South County where that's taken place. One of the incidents are guys that are assigned to the South Florida Task Force made an arrest down in Palm Beach County.
Mm-hmm.
And the other case is still outstanding, but we're working to try to solve it. Evan, this is one of these crimes that I look at these offenders and think, if they just got up and went to work like we are today, they might make more money going to work than they do doing what they're doing with this bank jugging scam.
Right.
Because they sit all day long doing surveillance on banks, and all things have to fall into place. They look for, like Bonnie said, somebody to carry out cash in an envelope and put it in a container like a purse. So ladies, watch out for that.
Mm-hmm.
And then they follow that person until they get to their destination, and they look for that person to leave that purse or that container in the car. Well, there's got to be hundreds of dry runs that take place before they actually get an individual that leaves, all those things fall into place for them to actually commit their crime.
Right.
Yeah, you could be like searching all day for that. But
you're right. You could be going all day trying to just get one, and then you could get $10 or $1,000.
The dice, so to speak.
Very, very much so.
Yeah.
Burglary and a grand theft in a lot of cases. And so it's kind of a bizarre case, but nonetheless, we're getting them. And so I figured we would discuss them this morning.
Yeah.
Wow.
And like for the individuals that do that sort of thing, like, some will separate cash, like maybe, okay, I'm going to leave $200 in the vehicle for my mortgage and lock it in, but I'm going to take $100 out with my cash to get my groceries. But they'll be watching for you with the money that you leave locked in that vehicle at that opportune time. And it could happen.
Yeah, the moral of the story is just don't carry the cash.
Yeah.
That's all. I mean, that's why you have a debit card, because me personally.
Or don't leave the cash in your car.
Yeah, I don't carry cash anymore with me. And if I do, it's very, like maybe a couple of ones, but I haven't carried cash in the longest time. I use my debit card for everything.
Well, most people do, but if you're going to carry cash, I think a couple things. One is sort everything out in the bank and put it in your pocket or in your wallet in the bank. So when you do walk out, the bad guys can't turn that around and place whatever items. So them.
Yeah.
And then secondly, never leave it in your car. Your car, we get enough car burglaries as it is without those guys doing surveillance. So
yeah.
Are you
You're right.
Are you able to name actual banks in the area where this has happened at, or does that go against your grain of information that you can give?
Right now, we're not going to give it. I can tell you it was down in South County, all the way down on County Line Road in that area down there.
Okay.
So.
I didn't mean to pry.
No,
that's all right.
I generally will answer your question.
No, because if there's a bad guy listening to the show, then he's going to go down there and sit outside of that bank, and hopefully they can get somebody. That's the whole purpose behind that.
Yeah.
So anyway.
Well, eventually we'll get them. They're those criminals that keep doing the same thing until we catch them, and then we piece it all back together. So they're not the brightest ones out there, but they're out there nonetheless.
That's Major John Budenseek from the Martin County Sheriff's Office. He's on the program every so often, sitting in for Sheriff William Snyder. When the sheriff cannot be here, the major steps up to bat and pinch hits for him, and always gets a grand slam, in my humble opinion, Bonnie.
Mm-hmm.
Without a doubt.
Yes, absolutely.
John, always a pleasure to have you on, and we look forward to speaking with you next time.
Pleasure to be on. Y'all have a good week. Thank you.
Have a great day. Bye-bye now. It's time for the Precious Metals Report. It's all brought to you by St. Lucie Jewelry and Coin. Gold opening up at $1,733.70 an ounce, and silver opening up at $25.07 an ounce. That's the Precious Metals Report, and it's all brought to you by St. Lucie Jewelry and Coin. 8:22 right now. It's news time. Let's get right to the news desk where Bonnie has the headlines. Good morning, Bonnie.
Good morning, Evan. And some breaking news. The U.S. is recommending a pause in administration of the single-dose Johnson & Johnson COVID-19 vaccine to investigate reports of potentially dangerous blood clots. In a joint statement Tuesday, the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention and the Food and Drug Administration said it was investigating clots in 6 women in the days after vaccination in combination with reduced platelet counts. More than 6.8 million doses of the Johnson & Johnson been administered in the U.S. As more Floridians receive vaccinations against COVID-19, the number of people getting tested for the coronavirus, health officials concerned. WPTV's details.
Vaccinations now draw long lines the way testing did for the virus at the height of the pandemic.
As case rates go down, the demand for testing goes down.
Demand for the testing may be going too far down for Dr. Gerald Barone, an infectious disease specialist in Vero Beach. Contact 5 crunched numbers from the state health department and found Indian River and Martin counties saw a drop of about 25% for COVID-19 testing in 7 weeks.
I think it's a moderate concern. We don't go out and we don't aggressively seek people out. Oh, do you want to test? They come to us.
Last year, I was one of those guys that, statistically speaking, I'm not going to get it.
Jim Coffey did get it. The pop sick from coronavirus. He spent more than 2 weeks in a hospital bed and he needed a ventilator. He worries the drop in testing could trigger a chain reaction that leads to more people getting sick and more people needing to go to the hospital.
Get tested, move on with your life after that, but don't run the risk.
Dr. Perrone says federal health officials are advocating more surveillance tests at healthcare facilities, schools, and at some large businesses.
Every week we do surveillance testing of our healthcare staff and providers because we want to pick somebody up early before they pass it on to 2 or 3 other people or even worse, our patients.
Dr. Perrone says testing still matters, especially when more contagious COVID variants continue to spread, as many in South Florida and the Treasure Coast still do not have the protection of a vaccine. In Martin County, Dave Bowman, WPTV News Channel 5.
Cooperstown baseball tournament requiring immunization. WPTV's Todd Wilson has this.
All right. Mandy Applebaum loves to watch son Preston play baseball. That's him up to bat for the Oklahoma Dodgers.
He started at age 3, and he's been playing ever since, and he plays travel and rec. Oh, yeah!
Mandy says the ultimate dream for Preston and his teammates is to play in Cooperstown on their travel team, the Palm Beach Legends in New York. But a couple days ago, she says a new requirement from Cooperstown Dream Parks has changed their minds.
It said that your child had to be vaccinated to be able to go to Cooperstown.
Here's the notice that's been sent out by the organization April 8th. It states all participants, coaches, and campers 12 years and older must be immunized. It goes on to say campers under 12 years of age are exempt but must provide a negative test upon arrival. I reached out to the organization but got no response.
Preston, come in front of the date.
Steve Saccone is Preston's coach. He also has a son that plays ball.
At this point, first of all, the 12-year-old boys aren't able to get the vaccination, right? If they do require it, to decide, basically meaning the parents, how many kids can go and are willing to get the vaccine, and how many are not willing to get it and therefore can't go.
At the moment, all Florida residents 18 years of age and older are eligible to receive a COVID-19 vaccine as prescribed by the FDA. The Pfizer vaccine is authorized for anyone ages 16 and up. Mandy says knowing this, many parents are deciding to attend a different tournament in Cooperstown that doesn't require immunization.
There's 2 Cooperstowns. One Cooperstown is mandatory vaccines, and we're going to the All-Star Village, which is not requiring it at this time, so we're going to do not.
Mandy says if both tournaments require vaccination, they'll end up staying home. In Palm Beach County, Todd Wilson, WPTV News Channel 5.
Lastly, Jersey Mike's does a charity thing every year called the Day of Giving, where locations around the country donate 100% of the day's sales to charity. And this year's Day of Giving Jersey Mike's set a new record. 1,900 stores took part and donated $15 million, which was almost double their goal. New York Yankees center fielder Aaron Hicks took himself out of the lineup for Monday's series opener against the Toronto Blue Jays in the wake of the unrest in Minneapolis after the police shooting of Donnie Wright on Sunday night. During his pregame media availability, manager Aaron Boone said designated hitter Giancarlo Stanton was also considering sitting the game out, but the slugger ended up playing Monday night in New York's 3-1 win. Our news time is 8:28. We'll have weather and traffic together next.
Go Show with Evan and Bonnie. It's time for traffic and weather together, all brought to you by Code Red Roofers. Bonnie?
And we take a look at our traffic this morning from the Florida Highway Patrol as we bring it up here. Just hold tightly. We're not seeing any traffic accidents to report right now throughout Martin County and St. Lucie County. Everything is looking clear, except for this just coming in on the Turnpike northbound, where we did have that accident this morning. Turnpike northbound at mile marker 133. There is a bumper in between both lanes, so there's some debris lying in that area. Use caution. There's your latest look at traffic. It's 60 and 59 in Port St. Lucie. Here's our weather at WPTV.
Happy Tuesday, sunshine. Start to your Tuesday morning. Temperatures this morning in the low to mid clear skies. Some patchy fog possible for the morning commute. This afternoon, highs in the low 80s, mostly sunny skies and low humidity. Similar weather tomorrow with highs in the low 80s and plenty of sunshine. Thursday will be a bit warmer with highs reaching the mid 80s under partly sunny skies. Friday, isolated showers and storms possible with highs in the mid to upper 80s. Over the weekend, heat index values reaching the low 90s, isolated showers and storms possible as a front lingers across the area. I'm WPTV First Alert Meteorologist Katya Hall on WSTU AM 1450, Martin County's Heritage Station.
You're listening to the Get Up and Go Show with Evan and Bonnie on Martin County's Heritage Station, AM 1450 WSTU. Now let's get back to the program with Evan and Bonnie.
8:32 right now on the Get Up and Go Show with Evan and Bonnie, and it's time for our daily dose of space in another place. Here is the one and only Randy Siegel. Good morning, Randy.
Good morning to you, Mr. Evan. Well, sir, astronauts on board the International Space Station, Mark Vander Heel, Oleg Novitsky, and Peter Dubrov, have completed their first weekend orbit in the new space station. They arrived on Friday to the station. They've already gotten down to work. Meanwhile, another crew that's on board the station since October 14th is focusing on departing on Friday at 9:34 p.m. Astronaut Kate Rubins will join their two Russians, Sergei Rusakov and Sergei, and they will land in Kazakhstan at 12:56 a.m. on Saturday, completing a 180 research mission. The other four astronauts on represented by Michael Hopkins, Victor Glover, Shannon Walker, and Soichi Noguchi practice communications that will take place should there be any problem. They then got down to work on science experiments. The Russians are hoping that to the International Space Station, that using the new Soyuz 21A rocket, they'll be able to get to the space station in only 2 hours. That would be the shortest time span they've ever spent getting to the space station. Normally, it takes at least two revolutions around the Earth, if not 3 or 4. But in this particular case, the Russians are saying they can get there faster as long as they launch exactly on time. And they will test this out on a flight next year. We're also getting ready to note that Soichi Noguchi has now entered the Guinness World Record books. Noguchi, who had his first spacewalk on the 5th of March this year, had a spacewalk on August 3rd of 2005. That means there was 15 years and 214 days between the two spacewalks. So he now has that honor of being in the Guinness Book of Records with the longest time span between spacewalks. We talk about traditions. Well, Russia certainly has all of their traditions. Before they launch any astronauts into space, they plant tulips, and they take tulips and they bring them in a bouquet to the site where astronaut Yuri Gagarin had passed away. They also have one of their astronauts sleep in the right bed. In other words, the same bed that Gagarin lived in and stayed in. And the same thing for the understudy. In this case, it was German Titov, who was the second Russian to go into space, but he followed along. They also urinate on the wheel of one of the tires on the bus before they get to their launch site. That was because as Yuri Gagarin was headed to the launch pad, he had the need to go. So they let him out of the bus, he unzipped his spacesuit, and urinated. Well, this became a tradition. Yesterday, tremendous day for Northrop Grumman. Their MEV-2 satellite servicer successfully docked with an Intelsat satellite that was in orbit. The docking showed that in-service commercial satellites that are in geosynchronous orbit can be refueled up there, and they can have a longer mission. The MEV-2 will undock and move on to its next operation. MEV-1, the satellite service's predecessor, successfully attached to another Intelsat satellite last year. However, that satellite was not functional. It was in a graveyard orbit above the Earth, and they were successful in moving it back to its new orbit above the Earth in a synchronized position where now that spacecraft is back in orbit. So it now shows that we have the capability of docking and moving satellites into different orbits to extend their lifespan. 4 Indian astronauts that have been picked to fly into space have completed their training in Russia, and they have arrived back at Bangalore in India. The hope is that sometime next year or the year after, they'll be able to fly on their own indigenous spacecraft out of India. The training was quite generic, as they had medical training, psychological training, advanced training, and flight simulation training. So they now feel that their astronauts will be ready to fly. Before they actually do go into space, they will again go to Russia and work on survival training, as well as additional trainings that might be necessary. Tomorrow, we should see Blue Origin's having the next flight of its New Shepard spacecraft. NS-15 is scheduled to take off tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock. During the flight, astronaut operational exercises will be conducted in preparation for the the primary operators, the Blue Origin craft, as they're flying into space. It'll be more or less a complete dress rehearsal before Blue Origin allows anybody to fly. Does fly on its suborbital space flight, inside will be Mannequin Skywalker, along with 25,000 postcards on behalf of Club for the Future, Origin's nonprofit organization. Vladimir Putin, Russia's president, has proposed increasing cosmonaut salaries by 50%, and for those who fly, up to 70%. And the main reason for this is the interest in becoming cosmonauts dwindling in Russia, as they feel that professional astronauts are no longer needed. Tomorrow, we're going to tell you about other meetings that took place with Vladimir Putin and potential mothballing of the International Space Station. So until now, have a great day, everybody.
That's Randy Siegel with the Space Report. He's on the program each and every weekday at this time. Speaking of time, it's time to head on over to Ellie's Downtown Deli, where Bonnie's standing by with some of the most delectable treats known to man.
And it was a great time to have lunch at Ellie's Downtown Deli. You can get the Ellie's French there on a toasted sub roll. This one is filled with shaved prime rib and sauteed onions, horsey sauce, and a side of juice sauce, which you need, and served with a side of your choice, like some fluffy potato salad, chef's pasta salad, Mrs. Peters fish dip. Yes, they do have it at Ellie's Deli. This served with jalapeno, tomato, red onion, and Captain wafers. Enjoy a glass of beer or wine with your lunch on the patio. Ellie's Downtown Deli in Stuart now has their patio back open, plus they're at 50% dining inside with full menu for pickup or delivery. Ellie's also has full dinners available for takeout, plus their fabulous desserts as well. Call 772-781-6605 to order and pick up today. Located at 18 Southeast 6th Street, just off Colorado and Stewart. Call 772-781-6605. Ellie's Downtown Deli in Stewart.
8:42 right now. News time, all brought to you by our good friends at St. Lucie Jewelry and Coin. For the best deals around in precious metals, head on over and see our good friend Hawk Levy at St. Lucie Jewelry and Coin. Here's Bonnie with the headlines.
Thanks, Evan. A body found on Friday in the St. Lucie River near White City Park, identified Monday as a 16-year-old youth, reporting missing to Port St. Lucie police days earlier. Deputies about 12:40 p.m. on Friday went to White City Park and found the body. Investigators working with family members identified the deceased as Jaden Alexander Williamson of Port St. Lucie. Jaden was reported missing 2 days earlier to Port St. Lucie police. Sheriff's officials reported there are no indications of foul play, and the incident is not considered a homicide. Port St. Lucie police about 9 a.m. April 7th went to a residence and learned Jaden was last seen by his mother about 9 p.m. April 6th, according to police. A nanny at the home about 8:30 a.m. on April 7 noticed he was missing and contacted Jaden's mother. Officers learned Jaden didn't have known friends in the area. He also didn't have medical or mental health issues, according to a police report. The nanny told investigators when she moved a sheet on Jaden's bed, she observed pillows and clothes positioned in a way to make it appear that he was lying in bed. However, he was gone, a report states. White City Park is about 2 miles east of that residence. This summer, a new fresh market is planning to open its doors in the heart of downtown Fort Pierce. WPTV's Derek.
The owner of the market says he plans to stack these shelves with mostly organic products grown locally, helping to keep the dollars here in Fort Pierce.
We'll have, hot items here. You'll be able to build your own sandwich here, build your own salad there. A lot of action going on in the back right there, cooking hot meals.
Satisfying a need in the Fort Pierce community.
Yeah, there was a huge need. And, not just in this area, but just, everywhere. You start seeing this wave of importance in what we eat.
Daniel Cedeno says the Fort Pierce Traders Market, set to open this summer, will give residents an outlet for healthy eating.
Being here for the last year and a half with the other businesses, I saw, a huge lack of that. Saw a big opportunity.
The new corner store will be housed inside the historic 111 building on Orange Avenue and will feature yoga and Zumba classes in 2022.
So I just moved to Fort Pierce in September, and it's been fun to see even the changes across the last 7-8 months with the coffee shops and new or revitalizing feel happening in downtown.
A chef by trade for over 10 years, Daniel says there will be options for all diets.
Focusing on brands and products that you don't see in your everyday low grocery store.
There's something cool about having local soil and local produce. Feel like you're supporting the heartbeat of Fort Pierce. It sounds like a really a unique contribution to the downtown experience and culture, and that's something that I would look forward to frequenting.
In Fort Pierce, I'm Derek Lowe, WPTV News Channel 5.
A specialty license plate created in honor of the Highwaymen. WPTV's John Shaman has more.
The works are easy to identify. The Poinciana tree, the backcountry, the surf.
It draws you in. You can ride those waves.
Doretha Hare Truesdale remembers the date nights at the ocean with husband Alfred Hare.
The ocean was it for him, and he loved to paint it.
Under the tutelage of Lincoln Park Academy art teacher Zenobia Johnson and later famed artist Beanie Backus, Hare became one of the best-known Highwaymen artists, this group of African-American traveling art salesmen.
Just put it in the backseat of the truck of the car and take off.
Now, a new specialty license plate has been created in honor of the Highwaymen.
So happy, so proud that it was coming from our community.
These were hometown heroes.
Former State Representative Dolores Hogan Johnson oversaw the bill's passage in the legislature, allowing for the new plate.
I would see them, selling their paintings.
Legislative approval was actually just step one. The second and more important step is to get pre-sale vouchers sold. 3,000 of them need to be in place by October of 2022, so the state will make the plate. Fees from the specialty plate would go toward local school art programs and the creation of a Highwaymen Museum and African American Cultural Center on Avenue D in Fort Pierce.
We sold the art. Now we want to hold on to the art. That's the difference.
Not every county tax collector has a link up yet to get a pre-sale voucher, but we have one on our website, WPTV.com. In Fort Pierce, John Shainman, WPTV.
Lastly, a St. Lucie County woman is starting the week off as one of Florida's newest millionaires. Lottery officials said Monday that Betty Wasson of Fort Pierce took home the jackpot top prize in Wednesday's drawing of the Gold Rush Supreme game. Former Kansas Chiefs assistant coach Britt Reed has been charged with felony driving while intoxicated for his involvement in a car crash earlier this year that left a 5-year-old girl critically injured. The Jackson County, Missouri prosecutor's office filed the Class D felony charge on Monday, stating that Reed operated a motor vehicle while under the influence of alcohol and acted with criminal negligence by driving at an excessive rate of speed. If convicted, Reed, that is, would face a maximum sentence of 7 years in prison. News time is 8:48. We'll have weather and traffic together next.
$8:50 right now on the Get Up and Go show with Evan and Bonnie. It's time for traffic and weather together. All brought to you by Waterway Dermatology. Dr. Ryan Schuring, located at 1050 Monterey Road in Stewart, bringing personalized health care back to dermatology the Waterway. Bonnie?
We don't have any accidents to report right now. So, if you're heading out, you're looking at a clear travel. No tie-ups, accidents, or slowdowns. Not seeing any debris in the roads. Things are fine out on our roads. And there's your latest look at traffic. Nice this morning, too, with a partly sunny sky at 63 in Stewart. And in Porto Alegre, Brazil this morning, 69. Here's our weather at WPTV.
Happy Tuesday, sunshines. It is a chilly start to your Tuesday morning. Temperatures this morning in the low to mid 50s under mostly clear skies. Some patchy fog possible for the morning commute. This afternoon, highs in the low 80s, mostly sunny skies and low humidity. Similar weather tomorrow with highs in the low 80s and plenty of sunshine. Thursday will be a bit warmer with highs reaching the mid 80s. Friday, isolated showers and storms possible with highs in the mid to upper 80s. Over the weekend, heat index values reaching the low 90s, isolated showers and storms possible as a front lingers across the area. I'm WPTV First Alert Meteorologist Katya Hall on WSTU AM 1450 Martin Pitch Station.
You're listening to the Get Up and Go Show with Evan and Bonnie on Martin County's Heritage Station, AM 1450 WSTU. Now let's get back to the program with Evan and Bonnie.
These are the top things nobody will admit are cringy, so I'll say it for them. That undeniable sexual tension between the Property Brothers. Your kid's artwork. Any item of clothing that says Kirkland's signature. Your lonely aunt's Instagram posts of her cat. Billy Crystal's gradual transformation into your grandma. And finally, your grandpa watching your grandma eat a banana. Totally cringeworthy. Erase memory.
Well, there you go. There you have it. Alexa telling you about things that are cringy.
Cringeworthy.
Cringeworthy.
Yeah.
Wow. Some of those are pretty intense.
I guess so. The lonely aunt showing the pictures of her cat.
Yeah.
But how do the kids know that the aunt is lonely? Now, I'm an aunt too, and I'm always showing pictures of my kitty cats.
That's all right. There's nothing wrong with that.
Facebook.
There's nothing wrong with that. You can do that all the time, 24/7.
I guess that's cringeworthy to some.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's true. Hey, so what are you doing when you get out of here today?
Eye exam.
Eye exam?
Yeah,
You're going to Cohen's?
I am.
Are you? Get that free eye exam in the mall?
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, I'm going to the St. Lucie West location.
Oh.
As much as
Okay.
I do think Dr. Durante is excellent, and
Right.
I love you, Dr. Durante, by the way. St. Lucie West is closer to me, so
Oh.
I'm just going to the Cohens in that area.
Oh, okay.
But
All right.
yeah, it's my annual with, my contact lens case.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. You have to get you have to have a special eye exam because you wear contact lenses.
You do,
That's
and
right.
you are required to, get that exam before
Mhm.
they sell you any more contact lenses.
Right. Of course.
Yeah.
Of course. So are you a nearsighted or a farsighted person? Which one?
Nearsighted.
Nearsighted?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, which means I can see near and not so far away. Actually, I don't know anymore because you see me. I tend to wear these readers too every morning with the
Okay.
fine print.
All right.
So I don't know. Maybe
As long as you can see.
I might need some bifocals or something going on, or
All
maybe
right.
those progressives.
All right. We have a quick phone call. I don't know who it is, but let's see. Hi, you're on the air. Good morning.
Hi, Aunt Bonnie.
Aunt Bonnie.
Yeah.
Aunt Bonnie.
Yeah.
Yeah, she said, the aunt on, showing her kitty on Facebook.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Showing the kitty cats. Yes. Showing the kitty cats. Showing Fonzie and Jack Frosty.
I can't believe I have become that.
That's right. Aunt Bonnie.
I became that
Jeez.
lonely aunt where the kids are cringing at and they're saying, Aunt Bonnie, not another Facebook picture of your kitty cat. We don't want to see these anymore.
Man.
They mean a lot to me, so
Hey, I'm sorry I didn't call you back yesterday. I was just entailed in a whole bunch of stuff.
I know you were being all Mr. Big Hot Shot, there.
Oh, no.
I got big time yesterday.
No. Sorry. I sent you. Phil called me and I sent him to I didn't have time to talk. I was in the middle of doing some things.
Oh,
because
yeah.
actually I guess I'll let the cat out of the bag. If you tune into the Ellen DeGeneres show today, you're going to see me on the program.
Oh, really?
Yes, I'll be on Ellen today at 4 o'clock.
She's
4 o'clock.
on when Dr. Phil is on.
Yeah, I'll be in the top right-hand corner in the studio audience.
Okay.
You'll be able to see me.
We're going to have to be looking for you. What
Yeah,
is
can't
that?
miss me. I'm wearing a salmon-colored shirt.
Okay.
Look for the bald head.
Oh, that's manly. Salmon-colored shirt.
Salmon-colored shirt. That's right. And of course, look for the bald guy with the salmon-colored shirt. There you go. That's me.
That's okay. I think Dr. Phil wears a salmon-colored one too every once in a while.
Oh,
so
okay.
You'll look good in that one, Evan.
All right.
I'm sure it'll be good.
Not too bad.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Not too
we
bad.
heard
Not
you
too
were
bad.
doing some dancing, Phil. Some dancing.
Well,
and-
he wasn't exactly dancing, but he was bopping to the music
okay.
on Saturday night.
This time around, I didn't do the electric slide.
That wedding was killer, though, wasn't that, man? That was a
Oh,
kick-butt wedding,
man.
right?
That, I was telling Evan, when I had my liquor store out Jupiter Farms, the Publix out there is the biggest selling beer seller of all the Publixes in Palm Beach County.
Oh.
And now he saw the reason why.
Yeah, I saw the reason why on Saturday night, because, boy, let me tell you,
Ooh.
the groom Man, can that boy chug a beer? That's all I got to say.
Wow.
Within 5 seconds, a whole bottle down his throat.
Yeah.
Anyway, hey, we got to run, Phil. We're up against top of the hour. We'll talk to you later. Bye-bye now.
Have a good day.
Yeah, it was just beer after beer after beer after beer after beer. It was a nonstop beer fest.
Getting all primed for his wedding
Yeah,
night.
definitely so.
Wow.
Got to consummate that marriage. Hey, if you have good values on the inside, you won't look for validation on the outside.
Absolutely. And have a nice looking morning. Go to Ellie's downtown deli.
That's where I'm going when I get out of here. I'll be out of here at noon today. I have a late day here.
You could be eating
have
there
some
right at 10 o'clock. They open.
There you go.
Yeah.
We're WSTU Stewart, Martin County's Heritage Station. We'll see you back here in about 21 hours. Bye-bye.